one.
All right, we're set to go. It's the last game. It's the nightcap game, game 15. And it's the Invitational host team, the Farmington Scorpions, the home team, taking on the visiting team, and the Durango Demons. And goodness, have we been excited for this game tonight. And we apologize for those of you. I know we don't have a whole lot of people online just yet because we are going to be starting this game early, as we were notified. Notice how last night they had 3 umpires out here for the last night's game. They only have 2. Actually, they had 3 for PV's game.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
I wonder where the other umpire is, because typically Farmington has 3 officials. So here comes the umpires, and let's just talk about this just for a few minutes before we get into the lineups. And Farmington has had a fantastic tournament. They show up game 1, they walk it off in crazy fashion. You know, I wonder, Stephen, you being a coach, I mean, we've all been coaches up here, but just to have that conversation with putting your coach hat on. You know, Farmington came out last night, struggled a little bit, you know, had some plays they normally don't make, some errors, yada, yada, yada. Do you feel like Farmington really kind of burnt gas out on the first night with that huge comeback win, and it was freezing cold, not to mention? Or was it just an off night? I mean, how did you feel?
Well, you know, I just from a coaching perspective, you know, let's not forget that we're dealing with teenagers here, and you can't. And I use this one with Johnny Curry, and he kind of gave me a hard time. But you know, like you expect excellence, you don't expect perfection. But you know, these kids sometimes they are going to have an off night. And I think Farmington just had an off night last night. You play these games so that those things, if they're going to happen, they happen here, so that by the time you get to district, you're prepared and you're ready to overcome those things, to not let those things happen, to clean up those mistakes, those errors, just all those little things that come throughout the season. But, you know, there is no doubt in my mind that this Farmington team is a much better team than what they showed last night. I think they just had an off night.
Well, you know, you throw in the mix with the Farmington Scorpions in the district that they're in. We used to call it the district of death. It's literally that yet again, because they got shifted again out of the district that they originally started in, which is the district they're in now. And then they get moved over to the La Cueva, some of those other district players. Now you insert yet again right back into the district you started out with Cleveland, Rio Rancho. I mean, it's brutal.
Yeah, they are in an extremely tough district. But, I mean, that being said, we just watched a PV team play that just is playing. They're firing on all cylinders right now. They won 3-0. And this team right here in Farmington, they can play right there with PV. We really, you and I both, and we talked about this yesterday, but we both feel like these two teams are going to be right at the top of the pile in this district. They are competitive teams, and we talked to Coach King yesterday. He's got depth at the pitching, in his pitching, and I think Farmington's going to be just fine. I think they're going to make a run at the district championship as well as PV. So we're going to pause for just a second for the national anthem.
All right, we're set to go. Here is the starting batting lineup for the visiting team in the Durango Demons. Leading off for Durango, number 10, Austin Romero, hitting in the 2 spot. Number 14, Cole Clark, hitting in the 3 spot. Number 5, Grady Feeney. Hitting cleanup, number 16, Landon Padilla. Hitting 5th, number 1, Duncan Walsh. Hitting 6th, number 9, Dawson McInnes. Hitting 7th, number 7, Jack England. Hitting 8th is number 6, Ollie Peterson. And hitting 9th, number 11, Ethan White.
And defensively for the Farmington Scorpions, we're going to have out on the mound, number 11, Nate Sewell. Behind the dish, number 3, Darnell Joe. Over on first base, number 9, Wyatt Bugnell. At second base, we will have number 2, Sebastian Delgado. At third base, number 5, Declan Madison. And at shortstop, it is going to be number 8, Caleb Schofield. Out in left field, number 12, Jordan Pope. Out in center field is going to be number 7, Danny Hagstrom. And out in right field is number 4, Gabe Matamoras. And I just want to start off by apologizing to the Durango fans. I was calling McInnes, I think Padilla, all night long the other night because of some roster. I was looking at maybe a different roster. I don't know what exactly happened. But anyhow, I apologize.
The roster was wrong.
Yes.
And they changed it
they
at
changed
the last
it.
minute.
And
they forgot to tell us.
I want to apologize. I know I was saying the wrong name. You guys probably went back and watched the game and were like, this guy, he's just saying the wrong name, and you're frustrated. And, yes, I apologize for that. But tonight, I've got it right. So, McInnes, I will get that correct as he is playing at first base this evening.
Well, this should shape out to be a fantastic ball game. Farmington in all-white uniforms, trimmed in Kelly green, and the Durango Demons in the black uniforms with the white pants. We'd like to say thank you to our city of Farmington, Stephen, for this beautiful this beautiful field. The dirt work looks fantastic.
Yes.
The grass, got a little hammered this year because there was zero moisture.
Yeah.
And but they're trying to get that back on track. You can see it starting to turn green, but they do an absolute fine job every single season. And so we want to give the city of Farmington and their amazing workers all the props in the world. And one last one, we want to say congratulations to the Farmington cheer team in the Scorpions. They placed third. They were they placed fifth. Farmington placed fifth in cheer. I know they placed fifth in a couple of things. Please forgive me, ladies. I don't understand all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
We do know you placed fifth. And Albie Bugnell wanted to make sure that we knew what they placed there. And then congratulations to Bloomfield as well as their cheer team placed. So we're set to go. Yes, you're looking at the time right. It did start early. They asked if they could start the game early. They wanted to try to get Durango home at a decent hour. We said, of course, we'd like to get out of here,
yes,
too.
we would, too. We will not go against that. But we have number 10 for Durango, Austin Romero. Pitcher will be up first. And here comes, and he takes the first pitch out into left field, and Jordan Pope on it, as that will be F7. Out number 1. That thing looked like it might get down, but Jordan Pope runs it down and makes the catch.
I mean, he barreled it up. Just Pope right there. Perfect play for Pope and helping out his pitcher. It'll bring up the shortstop, number 14, Cole Clark. And Sewell, we have not seen him throw yet this season, so quite excited to see what he brings to the table. And there's a nasty off-speed pitch for strike 1.
Well, Sewell is a big kid, and I imagine he's probably got some power behind those pitches.
Well, how about after this pitch, you give us the layout for our social media where everybody can shoot their text messages messages and follow us as well. There's a strike right on the corner of the plate for strike 2.
That's right. We're up on Facebook Live and on YouTube, and we're watching the comment sections on those. So start sending those shout-outs in. We want to say hi to everybody and give the shout-outs to the kids. And that is going to be strike 3 as he goes down looking, does Cole Clark. And that'll bring up number 5, Grady Feeney. Also, go follow us on social media, on Instagram, X, and on Facebook. We have a new Facebook business page. So you just got to go on there and type in @Desert Sports Live, and we're trying to transition everybody over there because we are maxed out on followers. If we can move everybody over there, we have no limits. So go and find us on our new business page. It'll be the profile picture of our D logo. So go and find us on Facebook. YouTube, please subscribe and follow us there. We've done good.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. Just do all of them. Thank you. Yes, there you go. That is in there for strike one. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Grady Feeney, the center fielder for the Durango Demons. We got 2 outs and no runners on.
Funny story about the umpire behind home plate. I used to play ball with him, Orlando, for a long time. He is an amazing pitcher in men's fast pitch. I tell you, you want to see a guy who can blow some heat and has some really nasty off speed in men's fast pitch. It's that guy. I played with him for a long time. Good guy behind the plate.
Hey, guess who our first shout-out's from?
No clue.
That one's outside for ball 1. Becky Kitchens. Hey, shout out to Corey Sean. Corey Sean, all right. Go outside and play, Kitchens. Laugh out loud. Hi, you guys do a great job. You know what, Becky Kitchens? Thank you for that ammo. I will be using that one from now on, and Corey is so excited that you brought that up.
Oh, love you, Mom. Appreciate that.
Oh,
So that's
yes.
your mom, right?
Yes.
All right. I like it. Giving us the juice. Mama Corey.
Corey's
Texting
mom,
in.
that's right.
Mama Kitchens,
Mama
I guess
Kitchens.
I should be saying. We got Mama Parks, Mama Kitchens. So here we go. It is a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And here comes the pitch. Swung on. Tough play. See if it's handled. There's the field. Here's the throw. It's got to be on point. Safe.
That is a base hit as he just outran the throw. But, I mean, Schofield, he played it perfectly. It was just a high hop, and it just got there a little bit late. So nice base hit by Grady Feeney, and that'll bring up Landon Padilla. And I can just picture your mom sitting there laughing right now, thinking about you sitting here having to hear that.
I'm taking away your Facebook account.
You are grounded from Facebook, Mama Kitchens. Well, here comes the pitch. Big swing and a miss on the curveball to Landon Padilla, who was a Desert Sports Live player of the game in Game 1 of this. Game 1 for Durango, I should say. This kid is a fantastic ball player for Durango, probably one of the toughest third basemen we've seen in quite some time. In Padilla, he is a great, great player over at third base. And there's a B move. I'm not even sure what happened right there. That's more like the whatever's below the C team move. I don't even know what that was.
That's just I'm tossing it to the dugout throw or something.
Man,
that was kind of
was
strange,
wild.
wasn't it?
0-1 the count on Padilla. And we have no scores. We're at the top of the first inning. You know, this used to be a huge rivalry game between Durango and Farmington. They haven't played each other in quite some time. I'm glad to see that they're back here and getting to, start this new tradition of playing each other yet again. 1-1 the count.
Like you said, 1-1 the count. Runner over on first base, 2 outs. And Nate Sewell on the mound for the Scorpions. Here comes the pitch, and that is going to go foul down third base.
So we got a text coming in. Let's go Scorpions from Round Rock, Arizona. Darnell Joe's grandma.
All right.
Tuning in. Love to hear that. And Mama Parks, she's tuning in tonight.
There she
Watching
is.
tonight. Love Desert Sports Live. You guys are amazing. On pressing in the last 3 days, pressing forward. You sound great. My favorite sportscasters. Well, thank you, Mama Parks. There's a throw down to second. And it's a little bit wide left. Was that somewhat of a delayed steal?
Yeah, that was interesting, but he gets over there. So now that takes away the force at second, and it puts Feeney in a scoring position. So Landon Padilla with an opportunity here to get his team on the board early. But we got 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 outs, 2 strikes, and a runner on second. So
That's right. Here comes a pitch. Here's a shot. That's going to get down, and that's going to score a run. Durango strikes first off the base hit from Padilla, who was at a 2-2 count, and that shows you how tough of a player that young man is.
RBI single for Landon Padilla as Feeney will come across the plate for the first run of the game and put Durango up 1-0. So got 2 outs right away, and Durango comes alive as they will put a run up on the board.
It's Duncan Walsh, the catcher, now up to the plate for the Demons. They've got 2 outs, an early 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. And this is game 15, the final game of the Scorpion Invite. And we got Nate Sewell on the mound. Ground ball to Delgado, popped up on him. It's going to be E4. And just kind of sat back and waited on that ground ball. Should have kind of took a couple of steps through it. He would have caught it on the high point. And now we've got runners at first, which is Walsh. Runner at second, Landon Padilla.
You know, I'm really liking that Becky Kitchens is now commenting, as she said, say it correctly, son.
Well, she's giving you the business, pal.
She's just sitting there laughing, thinking of more comments.
Yeah,
just keep them coming. Keep them coming. I like it.
I'm going to log into the account, blocker.
No, you're not, huh, Steven?
You guys are broadcasting. You don't know what's going on over here.
Here's the pitch from Sewell. Ground ball again to Delgado. Tough play. High hop. Went off the top side of his glove. Coming home. Here's the throw. There's the tag.
Dropped it.
Ball popped out of his glove. E4 again. Back-to-back errors by the second baseman, and Padilla will score all the way from second. And it's an early 2-0 lead for the Demons, and we're going to have a quick visit from the coach already. So Durango has McInnes at first, Walsh at second, 2 outs. And there's that point Steven has been making all week long here at this tournament. Things always seem to happen when
there's 2 outs. And I'm not kidding you. It has happened over
kidding.
and over and over again. And in almost every game, we see 2 outs, and that's when the team comes alive. And, I mean, I guess if you're a coach, you're good with that because you want to get those runs across there. But, man, 2 critical errors cost them 2 runs, and we talk about that as well. Those errors can absolutely kill you in a baseball game, but that brings 2 runs across. So runners on first and second, and we have number 7, Jack England, up at the plate now for the Demons. Sewell still on the mound.
Yeah, they're going to ride this out for quite some time with Sewell. So early in the game, you're not going to panic. You got 2 outs. Just got to find a way to get this 3rd out. There's a big curveball in there for strike 1. So Sewell starting up early in the count, and that's so very important. In a game like this, it is imperative you start each hitter off with strike 1.
Yeah, and you're right. Sewell, I mean, he's doing his job out there. Those hits that are coming, the defense just needs to get behind him and get that cleaned up, and I think they'll be fine. And that is in there for strike 2, as Sewell only needs 1 more strike. He's up in the count. He's got a couple of pitches to waste. Let's see if he can get England chasing something, as I'm sure we'll see something like that on this next pitch. Here it comes. Oh, and that's going to be a high pop-up. Will they be able to get to it? There's your boy Bugnell. He almost ran it all the way to the backstop to catch that thing. As we saw him move pretty quickly last night as well. Albert was impressed. We were all impressed with his speed.
He was all over the field last night. And that just goes to show the heart and determination of Bugnell out there at first base. I mean, he will fly anywhere. That ball's anywhere in the vicinity of him, he's going after it. 0-2 the count, and Sewell needs to be smart here, get himself out of this inning. Of course, you know that England's going to be digging in on an off-speed pitch, and that's exactly what he just took a hack at and fouled it off. Still stays alive, 0-2.
Good job by England. The thing was close, so he took a swing at it, fouls it off, stays alive. As it's an 0-2 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second. And the Durango Demons with a 2-run lead early here in this game.
Well, Sewell still working out of the stretch. Not a huge lead on either of the runners on base, but an excellent secondary lead. That's a foul ball back here by us out of the field of play.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but she got out of the way just in time. She covered her head and started running.
Well, you can always tell where the ball's headed out into the stands because everybody starts running. They start getting the heck out of the way. So 0-2 still the count, and England hanging in tough in this at-bat. He's already forced Sewell to throw 3 pitches beyond this 0-2 count. There's a shot out to center field. Hagstrom back there. He'll mosey on back there, hauls it in for F8, out number 3.
Over the shoulder catch. So with 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 runners left on base, and 2 Farmington errors. After the top of the first inning, your score is 2-0. The Durango Demons take the early lead, and I think we're going to go over the lineup for the Farmington Scorpions.
Leading off, number 4, Gabe Matamoras. In the 2 spot is number 5, Declan Madison. Hitting third, number 7, Danny Hagstrom. Hitting cleanup, number 3, Darnell Joe. Hitting 5th is number 9, Wyatt Bugnell. Hitting 6th, number 17, Eli Edmonston. In the 7th spot is number 12, Jordan Pope. And hitting 8th is number 2, Sebastian Delgado. And hitting 9th is number 8, Caleb Schofield.
And defensively for the Durango Demons, number 10, Austin Romero, will be on the mound tonight for the Demons. At first base will be number 9, Dawson McGinnis. Oh, I'm sorry. Behind the dish will be number 1, Duncan Walsh. Got ahead of myself. And at first base will be number 9, Dawson McGinnis. Over at second base will be number 6, Ollie Peterson. And at third base will be number 16, Landon Padilla. At shortstop, number 14, Cole Clark. In left field will be number 11, Ethan White. Out in center field, number 5, Grady Feeney. And over in right field is number 7, Jack England. And Mama Parks is hitting us up now on the comment section on Facebook. She says, hey there, guys. What a great tournament. Love hearing the great commentary. Mama Parks loves DSL, my favorite sportscasters, and my favorite coverage. Hello to one of my favorite people listening from Enterprise, Alabama, and that's my brother, Brian. I gave him a shout-out earlier today as well. And so, hi, Mom. I didn't get a chance. The play kind of happened real quick when she texted in there, but thank you, Mom, for always supporting us in everything we do.
She sure does.
Even when we're old, she supports us. That's how moms are. Moms will never quit supporting you. It's great. Right, Corey?
That's right.
Even if they're telling you to get outside and play.
Even if they're giving you the business over there, buddy. Well, it's Gabe Matamoras stepping up to the plate. He's the right fielder for the Scorpions. And he is a salty hitter for the Scorpions. So he'll step in from the right-hand side of the box. He's facing the right-handed pitcher. And here we go. It's bottom of the first inning, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Durango Demons. Here comes a pitch, ground ball to the shortstop. It's going to be cut off by the third baseman. Here's the rocket of an arm by Padilla for the 5-3 out number 1, and he hit a rocket over to, holy cow. So sorry about that, folks. That popped in all of our ears there. We had a good friend of ours and the JV coach from PV stepping in, Terry Manus, who's actually coached a lot of these kids over here on Farmington as well. Now it's Declan Madison, the third baseman, stepping up to the plate with 1 out. Ground ball to the shortstop, backhanded. He's got to have a big arm.
Ooh,
almost made the play, but he's safe.
That is a base hit for Declan Madison, and that was a great throw by the shortstop, Cole Clark. Man, he rifled that thing over there, and you couldn't have played that ball any better. That was just that was a good hit ball, and Madison was quick enough to get down there to beat the throw.
So now they got the speedster and Danny Hagstrom, the center fielder, up to bat. He is the center fielder hitting in the 3 spot. Let's see if he could come up something big for his team as Durango has the 2-0 lead. They put up a 2 spot in the the top of the first inning, and now Farmington here in the bottom of the first. They've got some things to work with here, Stephen, with the runner over at first. Not a very big lead. There's a fastball in the inside half of the plate for ball 2. So 2-0 the count on Hagstrom. And surely both of these teams have scouted each other the last 2 days, so they're going to know what they can and cannot do against one another. And he steps off, doesn't have to throw to first once you step off the plate on the mound. So Hagstrom digging in now, 2-0 count. He's going to see a hitter's pitch right here. And he
off of his shin. That thing went straight down.
goodness.
That didn't feel good.
Well, that's one of the reasons you see a lot of these hitters wear those shin guards. I played baseball for a long time. I don't know what that feels like because I've never fouled one off my shin, but I guess it's probably because I was never a really good hitter.
Or you were a good hitter. You're supposed to say, because I was such a good hitter, I just hit it out into
listen,
the field every time.
I would say that there's too many people on here listening that know me that know better.
Yeah, but you can lie.
That's true. Some of them.
There's a lot of people that wouldn't know,
They
right?
probably think I'm pretty cool. 2 balls, 1 strike. Inside, down in the dirt, but doing a great job behind the plate. Keeping it in front of him was the catcher, Duncan Walsh. If not, Madison's taken off to second.
So runner on first, 1 out. Declan Madison. I'm sorry, excuse me. Danny Hagstrom with a 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be in the dirt. Oh, I thought it hit the front of the plate. It was in there for a strike. My bad.
Yeah, right on the inner half of the plate on the right-handed hitter. Actually, pretty good spot. So now 3-2 the count. Hagstrom digging in. Here it comes.
That was inside. Okay, so
Sometimes you'll see those hitters pause. Was that good? Am I right here?
that shadow in front of the plate with his leg. It looked like it went to the ground, but yeah, that was a great pitch.
Yeah, sure was.
That
Right
was a
across
nice
the
looking
center.
pitch. We were watching the stream. It's a little bit delayed. I'm sure we know we've been hearing there's a lot of people out in the stands that watch and listen, and so you can see those plays as they happen. If you see something exciting happens, you can go back and look at it. But yeah, we're doing the same thing up here. It kind of gives us a little replay to watch. But next up is number 3, Darnell Joe, and there's a hit. Oh, and it gets under the third baseman. That's going to score 1 run, and is that Hagstrom that will end up over on third? Yeah. Oh, a double. So Darnell Joe with an RBI double. Great job by. Oh no, it's not an RBI double because that was an E5, right? Never mind. I apologize, but nonetheless, Darnell Joe makes it happen, and you'll take it.
Wow, that is a rare error by Padilla at third base. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in, and that is number 10 for the Scorpions. I don't have him on my roster, so let's go to the lineup card. Let's see. Courtesy runner. There you go. You got it before we did. Dayton Bizzle.
Oh, that's
for
right.
The Scorpions. So Bizzle out to run for Joe, who's standing at second, and now it's a 2-1 game. Durango with the 1-run lead. Here comes a pitch. Bugnell, that's going to tie it up. As that ball hit, I think that hit the front of the plate.
Yeah, it
popped up.
It hit the rubber and popped up, I think. And so that's going to advance Joe over to third. That's another run scored, so that ties it up on the wild pitch. And got some more comments here. I got Ryan Hubble, home with my new baby boy. He just had a baby boy. I think it was on Thursday. Been awesome watching baseball from the comfort of my home. Keep up the awesome work. Gents, thank you, Ryan.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Got Lori Bugnell. Thanks for broadcasting, guys. Driving in fast from State Dance.
Hey, Lori, tell us what they want exactly.
Well, she's got it right here.
Okay,
it says the Kelly Greens took third in Palm. It's going to be fouled off. And they took 5th in Jazz and 5th overall out of 21 5A teams. Let's go Scorp. So there's that information. You didn't let me finish.
Hey, Albie, her husband, Albert, told me what they want, but I just completely spaced it off. Here's a ground ball to the second baseman. That'll be a 4-3 ground ball out number 2, Wyatt. He hit that ground ball pretty sharply, but it was handled nicely by the second baseman, and Ollie Peterson.
Well, great job by the second baseman to hold the runner at third. He paused to see if he was going to try to take off, but he holds the runner at third, gets the out at first for out number 2, and we will have number 17, the designated hitter, Eli Edmonston, has become quickly one of our favorite players on this team.
Absolutely, and there's that chess piece play that you're talking about, Steven. Durango played that perfectly. Let me tell you why. Corey knows what I'm talking about. They moved the infield all the way up. I'm telling you now, if the infield's playing deep, that run scores from third base, and we've got a 3-2 lead for Farmington. And the new coach for Durango, he set that up beautifully to keep that runner at bay at third base. So well done. Nice chess piece move for Durango.
Ooh, that one is in the dirt for ball 1. And once again, folks, if you're out there watching and you're at home and you want to watch on your TV, just pull up your YouTube app, go to @DesertSportsLive, and you can watch this up on the big screen. It's very easy. We hear YouTube is really fun to watch on.
Well, if you send us a message, send us a picture showing us you're watching that. We love to see that.
That one is ball 2. Yeah, and also, remember, I got the comments live on YouTube as well, so get those comments going. We like to hear from the fans. We can see we've got a lot of people on all our different places. Make sure and follow us and subscribe on all those as well. There's a foul ball down the third baseline.
Oh, nice form, Coach King. Kept his, kept his glove out front.
Yeah.
Corey
Got in front of the ball.
Yeah, put great balance while he bent over to field it in. Put the front foot out in front, got it to the pitcher. Nice job.
No
Coach
pressure
King.
to do it right in front of his team. Right there either, right?
Yeah, if you preach it every day and you don't do it yourself, here's a tough play for Padilla. He fields it cleanly. Here's a throw. That is a big league
throw.
arm
Yeah.
at third base for Durango. Padilla with the 5-3 ground ball, out number 3.
So with 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and 1 Durango error, after 1 complete inning, the score is tied 2-2. So Farmington fights right back and gets those 2 runs back, and we're back to even.
I mean, this is what you paid admission for right here already. 2-2, tied up, old school rivalry, and it so far, it sounds goofy. We're only in the first inning, but it's living up to it already. I mean, we've seen a ton of great plays, a few errors that scored some runs to get the crowd riled up. If you look in here, it's a pretty decent crowd. You probably got 200 to 300 people here watching this game tonight.
Well, we finally got one in from Durango. It says, "Let's go Durango." That's heads up baseball, second base. So Josh Bourne, thank you for cheering for your Durango Demons here on Desert Sports Live and checking us out. We appreciate it. Keep those comments coming. You getting any text messages yet?
Not one.
You can send a text in as well if you're watching on TV and you can't comment and you still want to send in a message. Send it to 505-701-2222, and we'll give you a shout out there. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and it was the Kirtland game. We had Daniel, and we were just kind of having a conversation with him in the comments. He was giving us information. We were going back and forth. We had a good time. Garrett, Ian. Yeah, we've had a lot of people that have been messaging us all weekend, the last 3 days. So feel free to keep sending us messages and cheering on your team. We love reading the comments. If you got something you want to shout out to the players, or even we've even had people shout outs to the umpires, coaches, anybody. It doesn't matter.
I like you bringing that up, and we want to thank the umpires for coming out here and putting the work in as well in this tournament, because that's 5 games a day. That is not easy to cover if you're the umpires, and we mentioned a lot about this. You don't have a big line of people waiting to become umpires.
No, you don't.
We want to thank those guys and all their hard work. The count is 1-1 as it is 8-9-1 coming up for Durango, Peterson, White, and Romero. And Ollie Peterson, the second baseman, has got a 1-1 count, who we just received a shout out for just a moment ago.
All right, here we go. And there's a...
Well, nobody afraid of that foul ball out into the stands. Nobody scrambling. Remember the day back in the days, you'd see the kids running all over for the foul balls. They got a piece of gum or a lollipop
you'd
to
get
turn
a
it in.
bloody nose or a broken arm for that piece of gum. I'll tell you what.
It was a battle.
It was all in,
It was jungle ball out there trying to get the foul ball.
That one is high for ball 2.
The sidearm pitch, did you notice that he went sidearm on that throw, did Nate Sewell? Just missed the strike zone, but a good change of eye level on that sidearm pitch. And here we go, 2-2. Swung on it. Ooh. We're going to have the umpire go out there. That hit Darnell Joe right off his face mask and then skipped off the top side of his right shoulder. He looks okay. He's set to go, and it is a 2-2 count. What a battle thus far between Peterson and Sewell. Let's see who comes out on top here. Working out of the windup, as you guys already know, I love to see a pitcher working out of the windup. And here's a pitch. Ground ball. He's going to find the hole, but he could be thrown out at first. Oh, barely there.
Wow.
Well, I think he throws him out, Steven, but you notice in the right fielder and Matamoros, he loaded up to throw to first.
Yeah.
Instead of kind of trying to quickly get the ball out of his hand. But darn, that was an amazing attempt by Matamoros. He darn near almost threw him out.
Yeah, and we saw that from the left fielder. PV, was it Trapper Page, or was it?
It was Page.
Page. He did that. He caught a foul ball and caught the guy too far off the base, threw it right away to first base and got the out. So that was an incredible play right there. He almost threw him out at first, and love seeing these outfielders doing that. There's the throw down at second. Darnell Joe,
wow,
nails him, and that he is one catcher that you are never safe trying to steal on. That will be the 2. Was it 2 to 6 or 2 to 4?
2 to 6.
2 to 6.
And I mean, that kid, that is why you hear us talk so highly of Darnell Joe. He is a first-class catcher with a first-class arm. He did not hesitate, and he threw a laser down to second base for the out, and that was a big out.
That was a big out, and we got our grannies from Pennsylvania rooting on their boy Edmonston tonight. They texted in yesterday. It was good to hear from you ladies. Thank you, Carolyn, and then also Rena Johnson. Let's go Scorps. Thank you, Desert Sports Live. Day 3, watching my grandson Darnell Joe, and well, there you go. You just saw him make a great play,
yes.
and
Yes,
that's why he
did.
is also one of our favorites, and his sister as well.
That's
They're
right.
both fantastic catchers, yeah.
His sister is phenomenal for the Scorpions in the softball world. Big hook and curveball in there for strike 2. Steven, Ethan White is up to bat right now. He's the left fielder, but you missed a big chess piece. I believe in my heart that the coach for Durango had him steal second base so they could test the arm of Joe to see if they're going to be able to steal on him tonight or not. So he was willing to give up that base runner, and he's going to ring up Ethan White on the backwards K going down for strikeout out number 2. But I think that's what it was. It was just a chess piece. Let's see if we can steal on this guy or not.
You know, and we talked about earlier. This is a different Farmington team than we saw last night. I mean, this team, they've got some energy going tonight. They are ready to play, and you're seeing it happen. So
well, not just a different team in Farmington as well, a different team in Durango.
Yeah.
I mean, Durango looks completely different tonight. The last 2 games, they look sharp. Things are really coming on for this team, this new coach from Texas and Hibble, right? Hibble?
Hibbler,
new
yeah.
coach in Hibbler. And he's got his Durango Demons rocking and rolling right now, too.
Yeah, and just playing in this atmosphere. We talked about it last night. These night games under the lights at Ricketts Park, it's just you just feel the
How do
energy.
you
It's a
not
lot of
fall
fun.
in
And
love,
there's
man?
a great crowd out here too.
Yes, how do you not fall in love with this atmosphere here? 0-2 the count on the leadoff hitter. We're back to the top of the lineup with Austin Romero, who was 0 for 1 on the night. He flew out to left field. He's got a 1-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs. If you're going to get something ignited, you want to do it with your leadoff hitter in the top half of the lineup. So let's see what Romero can do. He's down 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So here comes the pitch from Sewell, and that's going to be outside for ball 2. So now 2-2 the count. Sewell had a pitch to waste, and if you're Romero, you might see a pretty decent pitch right here. Let's see what Sewell comes up with. This is that tricky spot right here. You don't know what's coming, but there's the pitch, and he is going to get a hold of that one, and it is going to – great job by Jordan Pope. Oh, my goodness. That thing looked like it was going to get down, and he sprints over there, makes a diving catch for the F7. Out number 3. Holy cow. I thought for sure that thing was going to get down, and it does not. So no runs on 1 hit, no runners left on base, and no Farmington errors. 3 up, 3 down for Nathan Sewell as we are heading into the bottom of the 2nd.
It's going to be 7, 8, 9 coming up for the Scorpions. Jordan Pope, Delgado, and Schofield all will be getting to the plate with their first at-bat of the game, and now you see the field crew coming out there throwing out dry sand and dirt as they're trying to fill in that hole. And I think we've seen that all. Well, we've seen it in the first 2 days. I think they got it dialed in today, but still a little muddy out there.
Well, they wet down that mound, and those kids are getting out there, and they take that step. The pitchers are taking that step, and it's just packing their cleats with mud, and it's making it hard for that lead foot to land and stick. And so the ground crew out there trying to help take care of some of that.
They'll give him some extra time to warm up in Austin Romero for the Durango Demons. And it's a 2-2 tie ball game here heading into the bottom of the second inning. And again, we want to thank the city of Farmington ground crew out here working hard. Can't thank you enough.
We got Shirlene Johnson. Go Scorpions. Good job. Darnell Joe from Grandma in Tis Bonita, New Mexico.
Oh, I think that's the first time we've heard from her, is it?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, that I can remember.
I mean, we're getting old, Steve.
Yeah, we are getting we apologize, but Shirlene, yes, thank you for texting in for Darnell Joe. He has quite the fan base, including ourselves. We really enjoy watching Darnell Joe play, and you can't. I never can say just Darnell Joe because Taylor is amazing as well. We really love both those kids. So.
Yeah, we were kind of bummed out. We didn't have an opportunity to go call some softball.
Yes, we were.
At the tournament, we were over here this entire week. We didn't have some of our staff available to us, or we would have had one of them at least out over there broadcasting.
Just logistically, it was just extremely difficult. We couldn't make it happen, unfortunately.
We wanted to, just couldn't do it. So
we have been bringing you this baseball, and it's been fun for us. We are in Game 15. It's hard to believe we are already to this place, but it has been a long 3 days, but it's been well worth it. I think Albert and I are going to get some very needed rest tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, after we come over here and break everything down,
that's right.
So we don't get out of here by midnight.
But we won't have to be talking all day.
No,
we probably won't say a word to each other. We'll just tear stuff down.
The question is, are the misses and the grandkids coming over? Because then we're, you know what I'm saying. But,
yeah.
Hey, we'll be tuned up for that kind of break. How about that?
That's right.
But we've got our feel of baseball here. 5 games, as you heard us talk to Gamboa, the head athletic director. What is his official title? I keep asking him on the air, and he never tells us.
He is like the head athletic director, but he also said he took on some responsibilities over some. It's not maintenance, but some of the the food services or some things like that. Yeah, he's over a few things, but yeah. But like the good thing about what we got to do these last 3 days is that we got to cover a lot of games for a lot of local teams, and that was what was important to us.
Right.
That's why instead of going to Phoenix this year, we wanted to do PV and Farmington because it gave us an opportunity to get a lot. Although last week the weather killed us, but it still gave us an opportunity to do a lot of local games, and so we are very excited about that.
I mean, it was supposed to shake out 3 games apiece for Aztec, Bloomfield, Kirtland, Farmington, and PV. But as you mentioned, Mother Nature had a different thing to say about that. Jordan Pope right back up at the pitcher. And honestly, thank goodness he was able to get out of the way because that was a dangerous line drive right over the top of it. Matter of fact, that hits the pitcher if he doesn't dive to the ground.
Yeah, that was kind of scary, actually.
Absolutely. So we're glad he's okay, but what a laser of a shot by Pope.
Well, he makes a great diving play, then comes in, takes the first pitch right out to center field on a solid hit. So Jordan Pope on fire right now for the Scorpions. Next up, number 2, Sebastian Delgado, the second baseman. Here comes the pitch. He comes around to bunt, but pulls it back.
Corey, there's that small ball we've been talking about. I like it. Squaring around a bunt is Delgado trying to push Pope over to second base, and you see Padilla at third. He's coming. He's crashing in. And that's just a little seam move to let him know that he's got his eye on him over at first. But Pope can fly. That kid can move. So if you want to put on a hit and run or even a sacrifice bunt, he can get over to second. Pretty good. Beautiful bunt. You hit it right back at the pitcher, though, unfortunately. So I guess I might have to put on my night glasses because I thought that was a perfect spot. Didn't realize it was hit
it went
right back
straight
at the
back.
pitcher.
So on the fielder's choice, it'll be the 1-3 out number 1 as he gets Jordan at second. And that's exactly what the pitcher needed to do is turn around and get that thing over to second as Romero gets the job done, and Sebastian will end up on first.
Here's the pitch. High inside for ball one as we are now at the 9-spot hitter. It's Caleb Schofield, the shortstop. 1-0 the count. A runner over at first. That's Delgado. 1 out. It's a 2-2 tie here in the bottom of the second inning in a beautiful night for baseball. Ground ball hit to Padilla at third. There's the throw to second. Got him at first. It's the double play. 5-4-3. Got him out of the inning. What a play by Padilla.
Man, nice job by Durango to get out of that inning. I mean, man, no runs, 1 hit, no runners left on base, and no Durango errors. 3 up, 3 down for the Demons. But that inning looked like it was going to start off big for the Scorpions as Jordan Popes takes the first pitch out to center field. Durango cleans it all up, gets out of the inning quick.
I mean, that's just great defensive play, and that is one thing that we have seen consistently out of Durango this entire tournament is the consistency of their defensive play. That's really been their of their bright shining star, if you will, part of their team is their defensive play, at least in this tournament thus far.
Yes, Durango is playing well. I mean, I know that. That Landon Padilla had that error, but that's not typical of Landon, and you see it. He got that out of his head. He's come back, and he's made some great plays. I mean, he has a cannon for an arm, doesn't he?
Well, not just him, the shortstop too,
Yeah.
though. I mean, that
Right.
whole left side of the defense for Durango, big time arms. I mean, just what a game! I feel like I caught my 4th wind of the day here because I've got some new energy here in this game. How do you not fall in love with baseball watching a game like this in a beautiful night game here at beautiful Ricketts Park? It's 2, 3, and 4. Clark, Feeney, and Padilla all coming up for Durango. And Cole Clark is 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out his first at bat. He's going to plant one out left field. If it stays fair, it's trouble. It rolls all the way to the corner out left field. It's going to be a stand-up double.
Yes, it was fair. So,
that was a missed spot completely by Sewell. He just missed his spot and left it over the heart of the plate, and Clark took it for a ride.
Man, both these teams are kind of mirroring each other, aren't they? As Clark comes out and just rips one on the first pitch out to left field for a double. So nice piece of hitting by Cole Clark. And now we have number 5, Grady Feeney. He's 1 for 1 with a single, and he's hit a base hit, and he has a run scored back in the first inning.
Well, he's got another opportunity here to make something happen for his team, as he's got a runner over at second base, and Clark, a base hit, could score him. Of course, you got a ton of speed and big arms in the outfield for the Scorpions, so they'll probably be brought into the mix of that to say not so fast, but Feeney, he's going to have a 1-1 count as Nate Sewell doing a fine job thus far, gave 2 runs up early in the first inning. He's been cruising up to this point now.
Ooh, a swing and a miss. That thing dropped out right when it needed to, didn't it?
That was nasty right
dirty.
there.
I'll have to see if I can't. Oh, let me see. Get back over here to Facebook, see if I have any comments. And yes, I do. It's Donna Tramamontana. I hope I'm not saying. Oh, it just shows she's watching. Sorry, she had messaged us yesterday, I think. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3 as he went after that outside pitch. So Landon Padilla, number 16, the third baseman, is 1 for 1 with a base hit and an RBI in the first inning. Go ahead.
Well, we got a picture showing that we're watching on our big screen at home.
Right.
This is Matt Cluxton. Thanks for covering these games. Now that PV is done, we're rooting for the Farmington High School kids. Let's go Griego, Matamoros, Edmondson, Hagstrom, and Delgado. I had the pleasure of coaching all those boys, and they are great kids. Well, thanks for tuning in, Matt Cluxton.
Matt came up and talked to me the other day. We had a great conversation. Appreciate Matt. Used to work with him way back in the day when we were ski teching over at Zia Sporting Goods. He's probably getting a chuckle at that right now, but me saying that. But, yeah, I've known Matt for quite a while. And his son, Cody Cluxton, is the second baseman for Piedra Vista, and he does a fantastic job for them as well. So thanks for tuning in, Matt. Appreciate it. And like seeing that picture for sure. You got a swing and a miss for strike 2, so we got a 1-2 count now with 1 out. Runner on second to Landon Padilla as he has an opportunity with a runner in scoring position. Let's see what he comes up with here.
We got other grandma texting in, woohoo, Darnell. So Darnell with a big fan base out there.
Yes, he does.
Love to hear from these families. We love to hear from some of the people in Durango. They lit us up pretty good last night and the day before. Haven't heard from a whole lot of them tonight. Maybe they're all here right now, but big out. If you get that kid out, Padilla, you put that notch on your belt because he is a tough out.
Yes, he is. So great job by Sewell to get that big out.
Back-to-back strikeouts?
Yeah, back-to-back
Is that what you have?
strikeouts, yeah.
Okay.
Got the
Kind of got so busy again becoming a fan that I lost myself.
Cole Clark's been standing out there on second base just waiting for somebody to do something. We got number 1, Duncan Walsh, the catcher, now at the plate for the Demons, and that's going to be in there for strike 1 as he will watch that one go by. Nathan Sewell doing a great job for the Scorpions here out on the mound tonight as he went 3 up, 3 down last inning, and he went 2 straight strikeouts here in this inning. He's trying to see if he can do that one more time to get out of this inning. But Duncan Walsh at the plate, seeing if he can move his runner around the bases and maybe bring one across for a score. So here comes the pitch. They'll be fouled off to make it an 0-2 count to Duncan Walsh.
Well, this game is shaking out to be as advertised between the Farmington Scorpions and the Durango Demons. And you know how hot Durango has come into this tournament, Stephen, for getting, I think it was like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks behind all the New Mexico teams. They look pretty good.
Yeah, they do look good. They are playing some good baseball right now. And, you know, like, that's credit to Gamboa and Johnny and bringing in the teams they're bringing in, because these, you know, PV's playing really well. A lot of good competition here at this tournament. PV Farmington, and you have Uinta, Smoky Hill, you know, you got Pueblo West. Just a lot of good teams coming in here.
Well, I think the other allure of it is getting a chance to play in Ricketts Park, too.
You're right.
I mean, not only are you coming up here because you need games and it's just too cold in the weather back in Colorado, but you come over here and you get a chance to play in beautiful Ricketts Park, host field of the Connie Mack World Series.
That is fouled off to stay alive. 3-2 the count now.
You know, we've had very consistent umpiring in this tournament, and I think that's a testament to the level of umpires they were able to bring in here for this tournament. And you just have to tip your hat to all these guys that come out here and put up with people like us. You know what I mean? It's not an easy job.
Yeah.
You know, we're not yelling at them down there, and drawing the walk is Walsh, and now they've got 2 runners on base with 2 outs. They got the 6-spot hitter. It's Dawson McInnes coming up to bat. He's 0 for 1. As he hit a ground ball to the second baseman, got on an error.
They have a little conference out at the mound as Joe wanted to have a little conversation with Sewell. See if I got any comments. Keep those comments coming. If you want to text in, it's 505-701-2222. Love hearing from the fans. Keep them coming.
There you go,
All
Steve.
right.
You gotta love it. My wife showed a picture. She's
Yes.
watching it on the big screen in the
Yes.
bedroom.
We love getting the
I
pictures of the
love
big
it.
screen. That's going to be a high pop-up, and it's going to go over the net into the stands. So that will make the count 0-1 with runners on first and second, 2 outs. Sewell just looking to get this last out so he can get out of this inning with no more damage done. Go ahead.
Well, Grandma, the other Grandma finally gave us her name. She's been texting the last couple of days, but she hasn't given us her name. It's Grandma Terry Lynn Johnson.
Terry Lynn Johnson.
Tuning in for Darnell Joe. This is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That's our dear friend Stacy Zwesper, who just
Zwesper,
left the
all right.
ballpark with her family, and now she's at home. She's got it on the big
We finally got to
screen.
give her a hug today. She came up and saw us, and we loved seeing you, Stacy. Thank you for coming up and actually sending those pictures. She sent us one last night, too. There's a hit to the shortstop. Oh, and he can't come up with it. That's going to be E6 as Schofield lost track of the ball there, and that's going to load the bases for Durango.
Well, yet again, unfortunately for the Scorpions, the shortstop waits on the ball in Schofield, and it pops up on him at the last second. I mean, how many times have we seen those plays with these infielders just waiting on the ground ball? Now, that could have been shadowed or blocked by the view from the runner at second, but if he just takes a half step through that, he fields it out front, it doesn't hop up on him, and he gets out number 3. So now it's a clean slate foul ball here on the 7-spot hitter and Jack England. And now you just blink your eye, Steven, and the bases are loaded.
Yeah.
Too quick. Strikeouts.
And guess what? There's 2 outs.
Uh-oh, Steven. Did
I
you
know.
just put that out there in the
I
world?
put that out there.
All right,
It's
let's
been
see
happening
what
this
happens.
whole weekend. So comes the pitch from Sewell, and it's going to be fouled off down the third baseline. So 0-2 the count. Sewell ahead. All he needs is one more strike. He's in a jam, but he's staying calm. He's staying relaxed out there on the mound. He doesn't look flustered.
Yep.
He's just coming up for the next pitch,
No panic from anybody.
going through his routine.
Jack
Everybody's
England,
settled
did
in.
you mention he's 0 for 1?
No, I did not. He flew out to center field back in the first inning. Here comes the pitch from Sewell. And there it is. He goes down looking as Nate Sewell just throws the heat right down the middle. And that will be no runs on 1 hit, 3 runners left on base, and 1 Farmington error. And they will get out of the top of the 3rd inning as the score remains 2-2. And if you're Durango, you're a little upset that you left 3 runners on the base path like that.
Well, we've talked about this a number of times. If you get a call you don't think is a strike or whatnot, you don't want to have any kind of body, you don't want to show any kind of body motion towards the umpire or anything, because now your pitcher in Austin Romero has to come out on the mound, and he's going to want those calls.
Let me take off my glasses before you do that,
I know
Corey.
my hair's all jacked up, no hat on, but
Well, I told Kristen last night that we were going to do this.
Yeah, so Johnny suggested that we get ourselves on the camera a little more. So here we are in living color up on some big screens right now. That's a little scary.
yeah.
But we're having a good time out
almost need
here.
a little more light on you
Well,
guys.
it's
Yeah, it's a little dark, isn't it?
It's a big-time game tonight. 2-2 is the score, and both of the teams scored both of their runs in the first inning, and then they've gone back-to-back innings blanked out. So let's see if Farmington can come up here. They're going to have the top side of their order. It's going to be 1, 2, and 3 with Gabe Matamoros, Madison, and Hagstrom all coming up to bat. And, man, what a treat you're getting, whether you're watching it on the live stream with us or you're out here at the ballpark. What a great game. And the final game. What a way to go out in the Scorpion Invite with game 15 tied up 2-2 going into the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, this is, like you said, this is exactly what this game was billed to be. We knew we were going to see some tough competition, and here we are going into the bottom of the 3rd, and the score is tied 2-2, and that is low for ball 1 to Gabe Matamoros. Like you said, Farmington is at the top of their lineup.
It looks like from up here, Austin Romero has a very live fastball.
Ooh,
Almost hit him.
I thought it did get him, but he dodges that one, so that'll be ball 2.
Well, he doesn't even have one of those elbow pads on, and he was just willing to take that in the back of the arm. It's a cold night. You get hit with that, I guarantee you. What do they say on Tommy Boy? That's going to leave a mark. Here's a ground ball Padilla missed it, and so did the shortstop. Tough play for the third baseman, and they're going to give a hit on that. Matamoros hits his first hit of the night as he was 0 for 1 at that moment. Now he is 1 for 2, and that'll bring up Declan Madison. He's a third baseman, and he's already 1 for 1 with a run scored. And we haven't seen Farmington test the arm of the catcher for Durango in Duncan Walsh. Let's see if Coach King decides to try to do that. He's got the right guy at first base if he's going to try. Matamoros can fly.
And Madison will foul that one off to bring the count to 0-1. There's no outs and a runner on first. Farmington looking to see if they can take the lead for the first time in this game here in the bottom of the third as Madison waits for the pitch. There it comes, and that one is fouled off in the exact same place.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Are they playing?
You pushed me over to the wall here, so
Did I do it again?
See over there.
Well, I had to whenever the camera. Corey has to get the camera right.
Well, you know who's doing the music and the sounds. Oh, there's a shot to short, high hopped, tough play. Oh, what is the luck of that? The ball went off the leg of the shortstop and landed right in the glove of the second baseman who was standing on top of the bag. You want to talk about getting some luck right there. That was it right there. And if you're Durango, you will take that all day long. Wow.
Yeah, so
that's a wild play.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm trying to think of what that's going to be because it hit the shortstop, and we're just going to call it unassisted.
Unassisted four is what I put.
I don't know what else to
And then
put
they
there.
threw, I think the ball went into the dugout, so
It did.
Madison's
E4
over
as well
on
the throw.
E4.
Builder's choice.
Corey with the eye in the sky for us as we were doing other things, paying attention to other things there for a minute. But now you have Madison over on second, and we've got Danny Hagstrom up at the plate. He drew a walk in the first inning and scored a run. Ooh, that was right there. It's an off-speed pitch in there for strike one.
That was a big hook curveball thrown by Austin Romero. 1 out, one's on the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on base. That's a ground ball hit sharply, and he missed it again.
He's going to send him, yeah.
E6, that will bring a run in.
And Farmington will take their first lead of the night. And that's why you watch your coach right there. He was starting to slow down at third. And Coach King, is that Coach King? Yeah, he started jumping and waving his arm. And Madison just turned on the afterburners and headed towards home. And that is 2 errors in a row, and it cost them a run.
Do we still only have 2 umpires out there?
Yeah.
We do, huh?
We do,
There's
yeah.
only 2. I know they had 3 for Pedro Vista's game. They had 3 last night. I just didn't know if they had 3 here for the Farmington Durango game. So, you know, Coach wanted to come out there and just settle his pitcher down in Romero. Guys, he's doing his job. He's throwing ground ball outs. Just right now, his defense is not in the right mindset to help him out. And now Farmington has the 3-2 lead off a couple of back-to-back errors by that Durango defense. And we were just talking about them and how lights out they've been up to tonight's game.
Adam Bugnell said, ouch, scary. And then
Oh,
he
my
said,
good
smile,
buddy.
Albert.
My good buddy Adam, that is hit a mile in the air. The center fielder right on over to haul it in for the F8 out number 2. So Joe will go 0 for 2 up to this point, and now it's Wyatt Bugnell, the first baseman. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman with a sharp ground ball.
Yeah, when you're on camera, you need a smile, Albert.
No, you're not getting a smile. I don't even want that camera on my face. So
Hey,
if you're forcing,
your wife is the one that requested the
well,
Albert
you know
cam.
what? She's going to have a talking to when I get home. Because if I got to be on that camera, I may or may not smile. That's on me.
Oh, man, are you guys hearing this tough talk on air? I love it.
Oh, and 1 the
strike
count
1.
for Bugnell.
That's
He's
great.
got a runner at first. Loaded up. Here's the throw from the
Oh, no.
catcher.
That one almost got away from him. Good job by the second baseman to back that up.
And that was Hagstrom. He stole that. I don't even know if the throw's on point, if he's going to get him.
Yeah,
He
Hagstrom's
got
pretty
such
quick.
a great jump over at first base. So now Hagstrom's at second, and Wyatt Bugnell with a big opportunity to try to drive in another run in Hagstrom.
Oh,
And they changed the rule. Corey, when you and I played, you had to get out of the way of the ball coming at you. Now they say no go. If that ball hits you and you want to stand there and take that hit, you got to go. You let it hit you, you trot on down the base. So what you can't do is step into it. But Bugnell did not. He had his elbow out there. You can see the replay here from us.
well, and the coach is out there arguing it. He's saying he
leaned into
leaned
it,
into it.
Well, here comes the replay. Nope.
No,
Actually, he moved his
actually,
elbow out of the
he
way.
actually turned.
Yeah.
Yeah, turned away, so he didn't lean into it. That's
That
a
was
good
the
call.
right call by the umpire.
But if you're the Durango coach, you're going to come out probably and have to have that
You have to.
conversation
That's your
regardless.
job.
Yeah. So no harm, no foul there as Bugnell make his way down to first base on the hit pitch, and it's going to be Eli Edmonston coming up to the plate now for Farmington. 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded out to the third baseman. That's going to be in there for strike one.
Did he have a day at the plate last night, though?
Yeah. And
That might be trouble,
drop.
guys. That is trouble. It's going to score another run and a base hit.
Hagstrom is so fast.
Hey, it wasn't a sexy hit, but what do you call it?
It's I don't know what to.
It's just got to work.
Yeah,
it's just got to work.
It's just got to work.
And it did that time. Hit over the top of the head of the second.
It's just got to be effective. There you go. I couldn't remember.
effective. Goodness.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be sexy, just has to be effective. And that was effective, as that will be an RBI single for Edmiston.
But you know what? That shows how smart of a player in Hagstrom that he is. He picked up the angle, knew nobody was going to get there. He turns on the jets and he scores. He should have been standing at third.
Yeah.
But he's such a smart player. He picked up the down angle on the hit, realized nobody's going to get there, and he gave his Scorpion a 4-2 lead.
That's going to be in the dirt for ball one. So 1-1 the count now to number 12, Jordan Pope, who, man, he ripped that one out into center field on his last at bat.
He did. He crushed that ball. Working out of the stretch is the just keeping you close move over to second as Wyatt Bugnell. Hey, make no mistake about it, guys. If Pope can find this in the gap, Bugnell scoring from second, that guy can fly too.
Yep.
He can sure move. We seen that last night. What was my what did I say when we were watching Bugnell run all over? We don't ever want to hear somebody say a first baseman
yeah,
can't
that's
run
right.
anymore because Bugnell proved that wrong. There's another shot. Oh, almost made the play. What is going on defensively here for Durango? The shortstop missed another ball, and it lands right in the glove of the second baseman standing on the base. That's two plays like that. That'll end the inning.
All right, so that would be considered fielder's choice, correct? Sorry, I just wanted to get
Yeah,
this.
well, we'll call it unassisted for.
Well, unassisted for, but you had
Fielder's
Jordan
choice.
Pope heading down to first. So anyhow, nonetheless, it was 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base, and 2 Durango errors. So after 3 complete innings, the score is 4-2, and we got Carolyn Gundel. She messaged us and she says, "You guys do a great job, and this has been a very amazing job with your commentary. I have shared the links to the game, to the games with family members in Florida and in Indiana, I believe. Thanks for this." And you know what, Carolyn, you are very welcome, and we appreciate you supporting Desert Sports Live and sending our links to your family members. We want as many people as possible to enjoy these broadcasts, and we appreciate the kind words.
We certainly do. It's a good feeling. Now, see, this is what I love to see. Now everybody's shooting.
Yes.
And why is everybody sending a picture of me and you on the screen? That's the fourth picture I've got.
That's not the big screen shot that we want to see. Dang it,
Yes,
Corey.
it is. Yes, it is.
You're killing me over here, Corey.
Corey, go outside and play.
Who invited you to come over tonight, man?
Jeez.
She's almighty. Cheese and crackers.
You know what, Johnny Curry? That maybe that wasn't such a great suggestion. People they're
You
having
had
a,
them on,
Yeah,
Steven.
I know. They're having a lot of fun with that.
Well, for the Durango Demons, it's going to be 8-9-1 coming up to bat. Peterson, White, and Romero. There's a shot out into left field, but Pope right underneath it for the F7 out number 1. And we got a text coming in. Go Jordan and Scorps from Hobbs, New Mexico.
Well, Jordan is getting it done tonight for his Scorpions, that's for sure. So thanks for that text.
Rooting for Jordan Pope from Hobbs, New Mexico, Mike and Kaylee. So Mike and Kaylee tuning in from Hobbs, New Mexico.
So Jordan Pope's got some fans
He
out there
certainly
tonight
does.
as well.
Why not? That kid is a top-level player. And we finally got to see him pitch yesterday. We haven't seen him throw since last year, and it was early in the season last year.
Got Lorraine Schmidt, Go Scorpions from Wyatt's grandparents in North Dakota. And we had talked, wasn't it his mom that had told you that there's a lot of family members out there watching? So good to hear from you guys. And that one's going to be off the shin guard of Darnell Joe, I believe, and that's going to be ball 1. So 1-1 the count.
We'd certainly like to give some Durango players some love.
Yeah.
We just haven't heard from any of the Durango fans and family members. Shoot us a text message at 505-701-2222. Again, 505-701-2222. There's a fastball right in there, peppered in there for strike 2 on Ethan White.
Got a comment from my buddy Brad Griswold. Watching in support of Albert and the White Shadow.
Yes, that's your new nickname, pal, the
Thanks,
White Shadow.
Thanks, Brad. You just wanted to hear me have to read that comment on the air. Oh, jeez.
1-2 the count on the 9-spot hitter in White. He's 0 for 1 in this game thus far. Struck out in the second inning, and he'll look at 2-2. You know, Nate Sewell has come in and thrown a really good game thus far for the Scorpions, and he shows no signs of slowing down right now. Oh, and he almost, that off-speed pitch is so ornery. Every Durango player that's been fooled by it has been almost falling over in the batter's box because they're so far out in front of it. So great job by Sewell to throw an excellent off-speed pitch. Here comes the pitch now. Ground ball to the shortstop. He's going to have to backhand and have a big arm. He's not going to be in time, is he?
Safe. Yeah. Man, that was a tough play to make, but that's going to be a nice base hit for, is that Ethan White?
Ethan White.
Yeah.
You got to tip your hat to White. He got the heck out of the batter's box and got up the line. That was a great play by White to keep himself on first base because he really dug in. He got up that line in a hurry. Why not? He's a left fielder. Look at the huge lead he's got over at first, too. And now we're at the top side of the lineup. Austin Romero, he is 0 for 2. Had 2 line drive hits out into left field. See if he could get something moving for his team with 1 out. 1-0 the count, 1 out. 1 runner on first base for the Durango Demons. The Scorpions lead this game 4-2 in the top of the 4th. He takes off to second. The throw's in time. Got him.
That's 2.
That's a second throw out by Joe tonight. Ooh. Man, that kid's got a cannon for an arm behind the dish for the Scorpions. So 2-6,
correct?
2-6.
Man, and now they've tested his arm twice. I wonder how many more times they're going to test his arm because he is on point with that throw down at second base.
I thought
fantastic.
The same exact thing you just said.
Comes the pitch from Sewell, and that is going to be in there for strike 1. I'm sorry. Yeah, strike 1 to Austin Romero. 2-1 the count now. 2 outs, no runners on as Austin Romero at the plate for the Durango Demons. And that one's high. That's ball 3. Romero 0 for 2 on the evening. He flew out to left field on both at-bats.
And I had a correction. I just watched it on the replay. It was Delgado with the tag out at second base.
Oh, okay, so it was 2 to 4 then.
I thought it was a shortstop
did
and Schofield covering, but I looked over here on the delayed screen that we're watching, you and I are watching, and it indeed was Delgado covering the bag with the tag. So Durango's got a runner over at first base, drawing the walk with 2 outs, and now it is Cole Clark at the plate. He is 1 for 2. He struck out in the first inning, got a base hit in the third. And now he's looking to try to ignite some kind of offense for his team right now, as Durango has been blanked out 2 innings in a row.
Comes the pitch, so that's going to be popped up. Darnell Joe is going to try to make the play, and it goes just over the netting, as that will be safe, as it will go foul for Cole Clark. Cole Clark had that big double in the 3rd inning.
Yep, he got stranded out at third.
Yes, he did.
4-2 is your lead. Farmington over Durango thus far. Big curveball missed up high. So the count goes to 1-1. And the wind has subsided. The flags are not blowing. It's perfect baseball weather
Great
right
evening.
now.
Yeah.
Backdoor throw down to first. They got him.
Oh,
wait.
Oh,
They're saying interference.
oh.
I have no idea how Wyatt Bugnell interfered there.
We have to watch that on the replay.
I am not even sure how that came down. We got Gennaro, one of our guys here. I'm agreeing with Coach King. I want to go out there and have a conversation because I have no idea what Wyatt just did.
Well, that'll give us a chance to see what happened.
No, couldn't see it there. He didn't block the base at all, so I have no clue what the call was.
Yeah, that was interesting.
No idea, but hey, here we go. He's going to move over to second base because the umpire felt some kind of way about Bugnell covering the bag. I guess that's what he called. I have no clue because we just seen it on the replay. He was nowhere near the bag, just put the tag on the bag, and the umpire pushed him over to second.
There's another comment from Adam Bugnell. He says, "Let's go Scorps."
Good buddy, Adam Bugnell. Him and I used to play a ton of games. That's out to right field. Does he get there?
Oh, it gets over his head. That's going to score a run.
And that's going to be an RBI double for Durango.
Another double for Cole Clark. That's 2 in a row, except this time he comes up with an RBI for his team, as that will draw them within 1 point of the Scorps. And I guess that whatever that happened over there at first base turned out to be costly, as instead of standing on third, Romero has now rounded the bases to come home. And we have number 5, Grady Feeney, coming up to the plate.
There's a shot out into left field. Here's Pope trying to get there, diving again. Did he haul it in?
Yes, he did. Goodness gracious, Jordan Pope is having himself an evening, isn't he?
And hey, he saves another run to score. He misses that, and Durango is tying this game up.
Man, great job by Jordan Pope. So 1 run scored off of 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no Farmington errors. So after the top of the 4th inning, the score is 4-3. The Scorpions hang on to a small lead, as we will have number 8, 9, and 1 coming up for the Scorpions. That's Sebastian Delgado, Caleb Schofield, and Gabe Matamoros.
What a game we got here.
Yep.
Between these two teams, we're heading into the bottom of the 4th, as Steven just mentioned. And just a ton of people here at the game. I mean,
great
such
turnout.
a great turnout.
I mean, how do you not come out to Ricketts Park on a Saturday night on an evening game like this? The weather is nice. It's not too chilly tonight, and man, we got a lot of people tuning in on our Facebook feed and on our YouTube, and even on our website. We see numbers over there. So man, thank you guys for tuning in, and keep those messages coming in. We enjoy hearing from you guys. So,
well, you still have Austin Romero on the mound for Durango, and he is still throwing as hard as he was in the first inning. So let's see now that Durango was able to bring this game into 1 run, if that maybe sparks something with them defensively, because last inning their defense struggled quite a bit actually. But shockingly enough, I've never seen it 2 back-to-back plays where a player misses the ball, it goes airborne, and it lands in the glove of the player on second base. He didn't have to move and got the force out.
I think that second baseman needs to go buy a lottery ticket after
Absolutely.
this game.
Jeez almighty, I've never seen that back-to-back.
I think that's the effective defense.
That's true. It's a new era of baseball, right? Defensively.
Right.
Here comes a pitch working out of the stretch, and it's down low for ball 1. As you said, it's Delgado.
Yep, Delgado. Number 2 for the Scorps. 0 for 1. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He got on a fielder's choice in the second inning.
Ball 2.
All right. 2-0 the count. Got some energy coming out of that dugout, don't we?
Yeah, they got to get up here. Ground ball went foul. King catching it with the bare hand. That's quite brave of you, Coach. Coach King out there. 2 balls, 1 strike on Delgado. And you see some people working out in the bullpen for Farmington. Can't see the bullpen for Durango. Oh, wow, they got keep calling Albie. We got Wyatt Bugnell getting loosened up out there in the bullpen for the Scorpions. So maybe they're going to bring him in relief at some point. We'll see what Coach King's thought process is on that. 2-2 the count. Here comes the Henry pitch. And it was Henry at that. I mean, Delgado did everything he could to battle that nasty curveball.
Yeah, to get to that ball.
Ooh, that was a nasty pitch. So Delgado battling tough here. 2-2 still.
Comes the pitch. And Delgado is going to hit it out into center field. Is it going to drop? Nope.
Oh.
The center fielder is going to get under. It looked like it might drop there for a second, but that's going to be F8 for out number 1. Next up, Caleb Schofield. As he was thrown out on the double play on his first at bat, it was that 5-4-3 double play back in the last inning, I should say. Or no, second inning, sorry.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So Caleb Schofield at the plate now for the Scorpions. There's the pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Man, that was a big swing.
Sure was. Well, and the ground ball that he hit to Padilla over at third base, it was a screamer. And Padilla snapped it off, threw it over to second base, and got the double play at first. Man, did he call strike? He did. Gave him the strike on the inner half of the plate. So strike 2, 0-2 the count on Schofield. Well, he's going to take a little while to come home with the pitch. Austin Romero comes set from the stretch, and he'll step off. Didn't like something. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right. You know, you're up there, maybe you stepped wrong, maybe your leg goes kind of strange, I don't know, and you step off. That's smart.
That one kind of came out of his hand wrong.
I think it's a changeup. Would you
Yeah,
agree with that, Corey?
well,
it just had a lot of speed off of it.
It looked like it came out high on his throw out of his hand.
Ooh,
That
rung
was
him
a
up.
good-looking pitch right there.
Cannot leave it up to the umpire. I mean, you just can't stress that enough. If it's close and it's a close game, you got to take some hacks.
Yep. So next up, number 4, Gabe Matamoros. This will be his third at bat.
He is 1 for 2.
Yes. trying to figure out what I wrote down on my book. All right. So Gabe Matamoros up to the plate for the Scorpions. Here comes the pitch. That is in there for strike one. So with no runners on and 2 outs, we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Durango's defense coming up big here in this inning as they've got 2 straight outs, and Matamoros trying to see if he can't get something started for the Scorpions. And typically when there's 2 outs, that's when we see things start happening. So let's see if Matamoros can get on base. That's going to be low in the dirt for ball 2. All right, let me check, make sure I'm not missing anything down here.
Yeah, the text messages have gone silent, but
Sure.
hey, that's all right. As long as they're hitting us up on YouTube and Facebook, that's good to me.
Shirlene Johnson just said, "Woohoo, Darnell!"
We like the woohoos from
Yeah, from the Darnell fans,
Darnell
or from the
fan.
Darnell Joe fans.
2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Matamoros battling at the plate. Still battling.
Fouls that one back.
And sometimes when you get these big battles like this, how many times have we seen this just throughout baseball where you battle, and then you win the battle with a base hit? See what happens here. There's a shot out into center field. And it's going to be an F8 for out number 3, and that'll end the inning.
Yeah, no runs, no hits, no runners left on, and no errors. So 3 up, 3 down for Mr. Romero as we will head into the top of the 5th inning with the score 4-3. The Scorpions hanging on to that 1-point lead, and it will be 4, 5, and 6 for the Demons. Landon Padilla, Duncan Walsh, and Dawson McGinnis.
Don't you like seeing the crowd coming over here from Durango? Made the trip. There's quite a few of them over there on Durango's side of the field.
Kathy Anderson Pope says, "That's our boy, Jordan." And also Katie McGinnis, hell of a catch, but go Demons. So thank you. There we got one from a Demons fan. So thank you, Katie, and thank you, Kathy, for sending us those comments.
Hey, there's those eyes that we were talking about. Now pitching, number 9, Wyatt Bugnell enters the game.
Okay. Now, did he just, who's at first base now? Sewell? Did Sewell go?
Right?
Oh, is it Griego?
Number
23?
23, yep. That is Griego, right?
So did he I wonder if he's hitting.
Well, no, because I think what they're going to do is they put Griego in Nate Sewell's place and left a designated hitter on for Eli Sewell. So you could probably just mark him out and Sewell and just put Griego there. I'm betting that's what the case is.
Okay, so Soterius Griego has now entered the game at first base.
He won't bat, but
yes,
and they still can lift the designated hitter if they wanted him to hit.
Let's see, Wyatt Bugnell will now be pitching.
That
Okay,
would just take Eli Edmonston out of the game, and why would you do that? Because he's 1 for 2 with an RBI. But here we go. We're set to go, as Steven just mentioned. Landon Padilla is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. He struck out in the 3rd, so here we go.
Shirlene Johnson active over there on our YouTube channel said, "Good job, Jordan." So she's cheering for the whole team. Jordan Pope having a great night. Here comes the first pitch by Bugnell, and that is in there for strike 1. Was that a curveball?
It was.
Because he got him ducking.
I mean, Padilla, no doubt one of our favorite players in this tournament, without a doubt, and certainly going to make a run for our all-tournament team.
Yep.
No doubt about that as a third baseman, but I bet you guys we could put 5 third basemen in the all-tournament team.
Yeah, there is some good third base play here in this tournament. That one's up high for ball 2. 2-1 the count now to Landon Padilla.
It's a 4-3 lead for the Scorpions over the Durango Demons. And it's just been back and forth as we're here in the top of the 5th inning. You know, I really want to know if they're going to allow the game to go all 7 if we hit time limit or not. It's such a good game. I mean, you know, why
and they
end
could.
it?
They
I mean,
could.
they probably can make an agreement to say, hey, let's keep playing, and I wouldn't mind it. I mean,
And,
we are
and
being
it's not
treated.
bracket play or anything
No,
like that.
yeah.
It's just an invitational tournament, so they absolutely could do that. That's going to be a high fly ball out into right field, and it will be F9 out, number 1.
Adam Morris just moseys on over there, calls everybody off, makes it a no-doubter. You're taught that in practice. Say it loud and get your arms in the air so everybody can get out of the way. Adam Morris, perfect mechanics out there. And it's Duncan Walsh hitting in the 5 spot. He's the catcher, and he's 0 for 1 with a walk. He got on with an error, hit to second base, and he was way behind that pitch. I think he got completely fooled. I don't think he was expecting off-speed pitch. And actually, I'm wondering if Wyatt just threw a changeup because it looked like a fastball. Just came in a lot slower. I think that was his changeup. Oh, wow.
It's low, I guess.
I don't think it's so. I wonder what his dad does when he's out here pitching, and then you got the umpires behind the plate, you know. I wonder what he's saying. Like,
I'm sure he's not saying anything.
but in his mind,
Yes,
you know
I
what
know. I know what
I
you're saying.
wonder
I'm
what
just
he's
giving
thinking.
And that's going to be fouled off to bring it to a 1-2 count.
Hey, I know what I'd be thinking and saying if that was my
That's
son.
right. That was a strike. What was he thinking?
And I'm the head umpire. A lot like that, yeah. That's the clean version. I'm going with that one, Steven.
That's right.
Jesus is listening.
That one's going to be outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count now to Duncan Walsh. There's 1 out. We are in the top of the 5th inning where the Scorpions lead 4-3. Wyatt Bugnell now on the mound for the Scorpions. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be in there for strike 3. Great pitch.
Buckled
Wyatt
him.
Bugnell, yeah, got him, locked him up. It's the backward K. Go ahead, sorry.
Got a new one here.
All right.
A new state here. So we got cheering on another Darnell Joe fan.
Man.
And the Scorpions from Rocky Boy, Montana.
All right.
The Whiteford family, go Joe, go. I
Man,
like
I
hearing
love
from
it.
Montana.
Love hearing that everybody out there is watching, and the Darnell Joe has that's going to be hit by pitch. Has a huge fan base out there, but number 9, Dawson McGinnis will make his way down to first base.
Well, you see why we are head over heels for this catcher in Darnell Joe. I mean, you can't say enough good things about. I guess you can say a lot of good things about him, but not enough good things about him. He's such a leader. You see him stepping out on the plate. He's talking to Bugnell, telling him, hey, we're okay. We got 2 outs. He's talking to his infield, a great communicator behind the plate. It's your general out there on the field, is it not, Corey? I mean, your catcher is your general, just like a quarterback is your general out on the football field.
We got another comment over here on YouTube. This is from Jamie Marshall, and she says, go Dawson. Well, Dawson McGinnis has made his way down to first base. Not the easy way, and got hit by a pitch, but he is out there on the base path now.
Hopefully he can be all right because how high that ball just bounced when it hit him, that was wild.
Yeah, I'm sure that didn't feel very good at all.
Man, it stepped it up a notch out here, guys. I'm got to throw my jacket on. That's the old guy right there talking.
Comes the pitch, and it's going to be fouled off.
Man,
for
he was
strike 1.
way out in front of that. That has to be a changeup that Bugnell's throwing. If we're crying out loud, we've talked to him probably 15 times. I need to ask him what his pitches are.
Well, we should be talking to him soon, as
are,
I think we're
you're
going to have
right.
him on hot mic.
Ooh, nice segue,
Pretty
Steven.
quick, yeah.
Plugged it in there,
hey,
pal.
you guys need to go to YouTube and follow us on there and subscribe. We're going to be pushing all our content there, but our hot mics are pretty cool. We get to talk to these kids, give them a voice, and it's a lot of fun. And that one will be fouled off back into the net, and we're hoping to have a special one this next week with Reese Chapman, plays for the Tennessee Volunteers. His family is rooted here in the Four Corners.
That's right.
A lot of the Chapman family.
Hopefully we'll get dialed in with Chase Silseth.
Yes, I graduated with Ryan Chapman. That's his dad, and my wife graduated with his mom. who was Lee Campbell in high school. Anyhow, that should be a really good hot mic. But like I said, we're going to be having some Farmington baseball players on. We got some good hot mics lined up. It's going to be a good time.
PV baseball, both their softball teams as well.
Oh, and that was just a wild pitch as it hit the dirt and then bounced over Joe's shoulder. So that's going to be a stolen base by Dawson McGinnis. He's over on second base now. That's the game-tying run with 2 outs. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that's Jack England up at the plate right now. He's 0 for 2 on the evening. Flew out in the first to center field and struck out in the third. There's the pitch, and swung on and missed. That would be strike 3, out number 3. Very timely strike for Wyatt.
That was a big strikeout.
Yeah, so there is no runs on no hits. 1 runner left on base and no Farmington errors. So that's going to do it for the top of the 5th inning.
Hey, Uncle Adam, if you're tuning in, send us a text message. Let us know what pitches Wyatt throws so we could get a better chart on that. You got my personal cell phone number. I've only been streaming it out over the air.
Yeah.
505-701-2222. And I sure like to know what he's got in his arsenal because he looked pretty sharp up there.
You know, I'm a little disappointed. We wanted to see some more big screen shots, and everybody took advantage of it. When they were showing our faces on there.
I can fix that.
You know what, Corey? I've had enough of this with this face cam. Don't make me call your mother. She's already had it with you today.
She already told you to go outside and play, Corey. Or kitchens, that's what it was. Go outside and play kitchens. That's how she said it.
That's right.
Did she tell us, Corey Sean?
Corey Sean.
I used to think that was my name when I was a kid.
Listen,
is that what the story is behind that? Corey
I
Sean.
can't tell you what my name is from my parents. They won't allow. Actually, I could say it. We're not controlled by the FCC, but I'll say it in Spanish, and half of you would know it.
Oh, you guys are getting some good inside scoop on the DSL crew. Okay, we got Declan Madison, Danny Hagstrom, and Darnell Joe. Is that right? Did I get that right? Yeah. Coming up to the plate next. It's 2, 3, and 4 is what I have.
Trying to see in the binoculars if we still have Austin Romero on the mound. He's not very deep in his pitch count in Romero at all. I mean, honestly, the way he's pitching right now, he may be able to finish this game out. We're only in the bottom of the 5th inning, so we'll see how that plays out. But and we started the game, 10 minutes early, so it's at the 2-hour mark right here, and I got a feeling they're going to let these guys play it out, huh?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. And I mean, why not? They got a good game going here. So
I'm only showing an hour 37 minutes on the stream.
Oh,
so.
Is that what it is? This one ends. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got a little bit of time.
You see that? See how far I keep getting?
I stand up and then I sit down. Hey, you just sit over there against the wall. I need all of this.
You do. I can't even see the second baseman anymore.
I need
Steven
space up here, Albert.
Pushing me over. Buckled him on that pitch. Didn't hit the strike zone, but it certainly buckled him. 1-1 the count.
That's what happens see, Albert, when you push me over this way, that's what happens. You're the only one on the camera. I know you guys can't see that, but
should fix that before I cut to him.
Yeah, I know you better. It's going to be a high fly ball, and you're going to see Albert's face on the screen.
That's worth the admission itself right there.
There you go. We'll break a few TVs, but no big deal.
2 on the count on Madison, who is 1 for 2 on the night, and he scored 2 runs for the Scorpions. He's going to look at strike 2. So it's knotted up at 2s, 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs, though, for Madison at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off.
Go foul, hit the wall.
So still 2-2.
2-2 count to Declan Madison. Hoping to get something going for the Scorps here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Corey said it's only an hour and 37 minutes on the stream, so about hour and 40 minutes.
All right, well, still plenty of baseball to play then.
So they might make it to the 7th inning regardless. Oh, nice shot out into center field, and the center fielder will come up and make the play, as that will be F8. Out number 1, and man, it's deceptive from up here because it looks like it's going to dive out down and hit the grass before the center fielder can get to it. But nice job. Excuse me.
Feeney knew where he was going with that in the center field.
Yes, he did. So next up, number 7, Danny Hagstrom, the center fielder for the Scorpions.
He's 0 for 1. He walked in the first inning, but he scored 2 runs for the Scorpions.
Yeah, he got on an error in the 3rd.
Well, you know what's wild? Madison and Hagstrom account for 100% of the runs. Both of them scored 2 runs each for the Scorpions, so it goes to show what they can do when they find a way to get on base. 1 out. Here comes a pitch. And he called a strike on the outer half of the corner of the plate.
Romero's still looking good out there on the mound, isn't he?
He sure is, and he does not show any signs of slowing up here. He is peppering it in there as hard as he was in the first inning.
Ooh. That one outside for ball 1, as he has a couple pitches to waste, trying to get Hagstrom to go chase something on the outside. It's the pitch. It's going to be hit to the shortstop. Nice job, and he will get it there just in time. That was a close
Sure
call.
Was. I mean, he made that interesting, did Hagstrom. He darn near almost outran the throw to first.
Man, he is one fast kid. So coming up next, number 3, Darnell Joe.
Well, Joe is 0 for 2 in this game. See if he could get something going for his team here with 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. There's a shot out to left. That's going to get down.
Oh, did it
just foul?
Oh, man. Couldn't tell from here. We couldn't tell if it was fair or foul, but then you saw the umpire call foul. Man, that was close as Darnell turned on that ball. And if that thing stays fair, he could possibly get to third if that thing bounces off the wall.
I mean, it's a long strike,
yeah.
but he crushed that fastball.
Yes, he did. This young man is quite the ball player. So here comes the pitch from Romero, and that's in there for strike 2.
Well, can you imagine his future? He's only a junior. He's coming back next year.
Wow. Good things for the Scorps coming out of that young man. Here comes the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Nope, he did not give it to him. So that'll be ball 1. They wanted the check swing.
Well, you got to at least try, right?
Yep, you got to ask.
You know, this umpire's been very consistent today.
Oh, man, he is way out in front on that, isn't he?
He's got the timing down both on all pitches for Romero. So let's see who wins this battle. It's a 1-2 count. Let's see what Romero dials up here with 2 strikes. Ground ball to second baseman, handled. Here's the throw. Got him, 4-3 ground ball, out number 3, and that'll end the inning.
So Romero, back-to-back innings with 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no runners left on, and no errors as it is 4-3. We are done with the top of the 5th. We'll be heading into the bottom of the 5th as the Scorpions will be back out on defense. It will be 8, 9, and 1 for the Durango Demons. Ollie Peterson, Ethan White, and Austin Romero. As this has been an outstanding game between these two teams, just a battle. Pitchers doing a great job, and these guys coming up to hit. Man, We've seen a lot of big hits. I mean, a lot of them are foul balls, but people are getting a hold of the ball tonight.
Well, Farmington trying to close out the Durango Demons to go 4-1 in this tournament. PV goes undefeated. They go 3-0. I'm trying to think. I think Pedro Vista is the only undefeated team in this tournament.
That might be you might be right on that.
Bloomfield lost one. Aztec lost.
Smoky Hill lost today.
Smoky Hill lost, and
Farmington lost one
Farmington.
game.
Yeah, so PV was the sole undefeated team in this invitational. You mentioned that earlier. You're so right. I keep wanting to say it's a tournament, but it's not. It's just an invitational
round robin
select play where you're. I mean, we had the schedule 3 weeks ago. So
yeah.
They had already had that worked out. You already knew who you were going to play coming into this tournament. Kind of the same with the PV Invitational as well. But
yeah, the PV one, that was just unfortunate, just bad timing as far as the weather was concerned. We got one day in, and it was a cold, windy day. And then the next 2 days, the weather, too much snow and kind of half snow, half rain, wasn't it? It just turned into miserable weather, and the wind was just miserable. So we just got a couple days off last week is what that turn amounted to.
Badly needed days off, actually.
We're going to need a day off.
Needed that
We're going to
day
need a day off tomorrow for sure. So Ollie Peterson at the plate. The first pitch comes in, and it is a called strike as he watches that one go by. And like I said, we're headed into the top. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Strike 2, so 2 straight strikes from Bugnell.
He's been very aggressive, has Bugnell. Very impressive since he's been out here on the mound. And we haven't seen him throw since last year, so it's nice to see him out on the mound. The other person we haven't seen throw since last year was J.J. Oliver, and I hadn't even seen him down there in the dugout. Is he down there, Corey? Do you know? I haven't seen him at all.
Well, didn't Bugnell come in in relief or to close out or something in this? I thought he did the other night.
No. Rung him up, struck him out looking. Backward K. Send him back to the dugout.
I mean, Bugnell's doing good tonight.
Yes, he is.
He's pitching well.
So it'll be the 9-spot hitter. It's number 11, Ethan White, and White is 1 for 2. He struck out. He's got a base hit as well. And Durango looking for somebody to get something going. And that's going to be a strike 1 call inside on the inner half of the plate on the right-handed hitter. And this time he backs off the plate a little bit. Swung on it, fouled off for strike 2.
So Bugnell on the mound for the Farmington Scorpions. He has a 0-2 count, 1 out, no runners on. He's looking good though. He's doing a good job up there for Farmington, and it is good to see him out there. He's working from the windup. That's your thing, Albert. You like to see that? And that's gonna be hit to Caleb Schofield. He'll scoop it up, get it over for the out. So 6-3, out number 2. As Ethan White will head to the dugout, and number 10, the leadoff hitter, is Austin Romero, the pitcher. Head up to the plate for the Demons.
He's 0 for 2 on the night. 2 fly balls, or 2 F7s, I should say. He's got a walk and a run scored for the Durango Demons with 2 outs.
And we got a message in here from Colleen Peterson, and she said, "Go Ollie." Apologize, I just updated it, and I saw a few pop up here, and Adam Bugnell said, "Let's go Wyatt." Oh goodness, I'm trying to.
Swung on it, fouled off, so the count goes to 1-1.
All right.
So 2 outs. Trying to track down the baseball. Now they got it. They're set to go.
Okay, so We got 1-1, 2 outs to Austin Romero. As we are in the nightcap, game 15 of the Scorpion Invite, and that's going to be fouled off down the first baseline.
Yeah, this will do it after this game, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been exhausting, a lot of work, but man, it's been a lot of fun getting my feel of baseball in.
And we are very appreciative to the Booster Club and Johnny Curry, all the people, everybody's taken care of us, been extremely nice, and we have been very blessed and had a great last 3 days here with everyone, and we appreciate all the fans that have tuned in as well and sent us kind words and messages, and we enjoy getting to know you through the messages and the texts and everything else. It's a lot of fun for us. Here comes the pitch from Bugnell. That's going to be hit right down the middle. Schofield scoops it up and gets it over first in time for the 6-3 out. Number 3. So after the top of the 6th inning, the score is 4-3. Farmington just continues to hang on to that 1-point lead, and man, it's just a defensive battle right now is what it is.
That was a huge dig by Griego over at first base to help out his pitcher as that ball was thrown in the dirt, but he does a great job of digging that out, showing the umpire, hey, I got it right here, ring him up. And he does just that. 4-3, as Steven mentioned, we're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. And it's going to be 5, 6, and 7. It's Bugnell, Edmonston, and Pope all coming up to bat. And Austin Romero still on the mound for the Durango Demons. That's just been a great game.
We got Serena Tanner said that away, Caleb, as he threw that 6-3 out, number 3, and Sonny Valdez says nice. And yes, it was nice. Scorps playing some good defense right here at the moment. And Durango Demons will be back out on the field. Romero still on the mound, still pitching good for the Demons. I mean, he looks good out there.
Well, his fastball has not changed even for a moment. And he is 6 innings deep into this game. And you know why he's still going here is that he's got a lot of first pitch swings by the Scorpions, and that's why his pitch count is so low. Being very aggressive at the plate are the Scorpions. So we should be set to go.
Wyatt Bugnell now on the mound. He'll be up next to hit, so he can help himself out if he can come here and get a base hit or maybe even something better. But be good for him to get on base and get the Scorpions going here. It could really help them out if they could put a couple of insurance runs up on the board, especially at this point in the game. And we are right at, it's about an hour and 55 minutes. So if they stick to the time limit, we got about 15 minutes. And what they've been doing is at 2 hours, if you're in the lead and that's the last bats for that team, they've been cutting it off. But you might be right. They might go all 7 innings. We don't know yet. But that one's in there for strike 1.
I think they'll let him play it out. I really do. I mean,
yeah,
honestly,
why not?
what happens here, you're going to have 3 outs for Durango at the next top of the inning, and did not get the call there. So ball 1-1, the count.
You are right. I'm getting that backwards. We are in the bottom of the 6th, so we will be going to the 7th inning.
Well, depends.
Well,
if they don't go by the
time limit,
then we're heading to the top of the 7th.
Yeah, you're right.
If they do, they're probably going to finish out here in this inning, but it just depends on how quickly Romero gets 3 outs here against the Scorpions. 2-1 the count. Here comes a pitch. And he peppered that right over the heart of the plate for strike 2.
Man, and he's still throwing hard. That came in there quick.
You guys don't have a pitch count for Romero either, do you?
We don't. Maybe somebody out there does. If you have a pitch count for Romero, let us know. And that's a swing and a miss, and he is out, strike 3. So Wyatt Bugnell will go down on strike 3, and number 17, Eli is it Eli? Yeah, yep. Eli Edmondson's still in there as the designated hitter. Will come up to the plate.
So we were right. Griego replaced Nate Sewell.
The designated hitter number 17, Eli Edmondson.
So here we go. Edmondson will step up to the plate. He is 1 for 2. It's just crazy to think this is only his third at bat. A lot of these guys. And he got a big RBI for the Scorpions, and he'll take a fastball in there for strike one.
You have to give credit to Romero. The reason it's only his third at bat is because Romero's been throwing a great game.
He has thrown a fantastic ball game for the Durango Demons. He has really, really stepped up to the call. Sharp hit to third, right under the legs of Padilla at third base, and he's pushing it to second. Here comes the throw. Not in time, and it's a stand-up double for Edmondson.
And if you're Farmington, that is exactly what you wanted to see.
I mean, you'll take the E5 over to second base for sure. Wow, we just have not seen that from Padilla all tournament long. And today, or at least in this game, he's got 3 errors.
Yeah, he does, and that's kind of a routine play, and we've been talking about that all day. You know, the out-on-out plays. That's one of them right there, and you know, you don't want to make excuses, but could be a little bit of fatigue. 3 games in 3 days, and late here on a Saturday night. That one's in there for strike 1 to Jordan Pope, but no, I'm not gonna say anything about it. He's done a great job. He is a good player. That's number 16, Lana Padilla over there on third base.
Jordan Pope, 1 for 2 on the day. So he's got a guy over at second base. Talk about that insurance run Steven mentioned a moment ago. Here's a good spot for him. That's in there for strike 2. Well, if you're Pope, you got your back against the wall, and you're not going to see a good pitch here from Romero. So you need to be smart, make sure what you're swinging at.
Oh, got him swinging on that off-speed curve.
Way down low, too. Way out of the zone. Hopefully you all can see it here with the umpire standing literally right in the way of the catcher, but we'll see here in just a few pitches. We'll replay that.
Number 2, Sebastian.
Well, we're seeing it on the replay.
That's right. I keep telling him you'll see it. Well, they may not have seen it just yet. So.
I know you're talking to me. You'll see it. You'll see it.
Here's the pitch coming up for us, but here's the pitch on end the game. Hard shot to third base. It's handled. And it's going to be safe at first as it threw him off. It was fielded by Padilla at third base, but the throw was wide left, and another E5 by the third baseman.
So you just got a text saying Romero is at 80 pitches. I don't know if that was before this inning started, but
yeah, I'm sure. Well, regardless, he's in that 80 to 90 range.
Yep.
So he's getting up there in his pitch count, but he's still throwing hard. And unfortunately, on that error, that puts the Scorpions with runners on first and third on the corners. And we have Caleb Schofield coming up. He's 0 for 2 on the night, but I'll say it again, he's due.
Yes.
This is when you see. That's when it's in. Always, it seems to me like we've seen this a lot in this situation when somebody's in this position. All of a sudden, they come up with that big hit right when they need it. So the Durango or Romero is going to have to be careful and make his pitches count here as Schofield is coming up to the plate.
Was that pitch count for Romero that he just
yes,
told us about?
for Romero, yes.
So he must be at 87 because they kept him in the game. So they're going to keep rolling with him. Whoever sent that to us, thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
that was Brody's mom, my sister-in-law.
Oh, all right.
Well, did you tell her we got a chance to interview Brody earlier today?
That he
You
got
did
on it.
not. He giggles. That tells me he didn't tell her. So just so you know, we interviewed Brody
Yeah, I
earlier
got him on.
today.
Got a headset on him. He didn't necessarily want it, but he put it on. He did a good job.
I kind of just forced him to. So
Yeah,
Stop being
fun.
stop being that kind of guy. Put that headset on. Let's talk to you a little bit. He gave us some great intel on the JV tournament. That hit the
Yep, hit the batter. So
Did
that
it hit
loads
him or
the
did he-
bases. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was hit by pitch.
The umpire pointed at the plate, so I wasn't sure what he meant by that, but he'll trot on down to first base will Schofield. Delgado will head on over to second, and Edmonston's still been at third for quite some time.
Well, that'll bring up Matamoros, who is 1 for 3 on the night. He has a huge opportunity here. A base hit could possibly score 1 for sure, but possibly 2.
You said it, and here we go. This is going to be an epic battle here. Big hook and curve in there for strike 1. So 0-1 the count, but the bases are juiced for the Scorpions. And if you're Farmington, you're desperately looking for some insurance runs here by Matamoros. Oh, he hit a rocket down third base. Went foul. And I mean, that might clear the bases if that stays fair. He was all over that pitch.
That is exactly where I was going to go with that. That thing stays fair, and Matamoros is a hero because that's going to probably get all 3 of those guys around the bases. So 0-2 count, 2 outs, runners on every base. Here comes the pitch from Romero. That'll be hit to the shortstop. Should be a routine play. That'll be the 6-4 out number 3. So Durango dodges a bullet, as that is no runs on no hits. 3 runners left on base and 2 Durango errors. So fortunately for Durango, those 2 errors do not cost them any runs. They came out unscathed, and
you're going to see a new pitcher, Steven. That's number 7, Danny Hagstrom. Coming in relief.
Wow.
So let's see if does Bugno go back to first?
He's going back to first. So I think, did Griego come out of the? No, he didn't come. Well,
yep, Bugno went in. So
who came out of the game?
It was Griego, because the designated hitter is still in play.
Oh, no, because Hagstrom came from center field.
Oh, they lifted the designated hitter. That's what it is. Because look,
Edmonston
Edmonston's at third now.
Oh,
so they lifted the designated hitter to finish the inning out.
Now we're all straight. You know, be nice if they could ring us up here and let us know what's going on, right? So Soterios Griego comes back out of the game. Hagstrom comes in from center field. Who's out there in center field now?
That's Pope.
Pope, okay. Pope moved over to center. Who's out in left?
Madison.
Yeah, 5 went over there, so that is Madison.
So Declan Madison went from third out into left. Pope went from left to center. You have Hagstrom from center onto the mound. Wyatt Bugnell back over to third base. And who is that? Is that all of them?
That's it. Yep.
That's it. Okay. Hopefully I got that all straight. But here we are, top of the 7th. This is the last opportunity for Durango, unless they can put up a run or 2.
Well, and if you're going to do it, you've almost at the top of your lineup. You got 2, 3, and 4 coming up: Clark, Feeney, and Padilla. So if you're going to try to tie this up, this is the guys that you want coming to the plate for you. And Clark, he is 2 for 3 in this game with a strikeout, but 2 doubles.
Man, Hagstrom comes in and just gets to work. There's a strike. Man, that looked good.
Here comes the pitch again out of the windup. Ground ball, that's going to find the hole there. It's going to be a backhand, but yeah, and I'm not sure why the shortstop was playing so far over, closer to second base. He is way over there. Backhanded it, kept it in the infield, but leadoff hit by Clark to the shortstop. So that's going to bring up Grady Feeney, and Feeney is 1 for 3 in the game. He's got 1 of the 3 runs scored for the Durango Demons. Ground ball here can help out Hagstrom's cause. And again, just lowers the barrel of the bat on a bunt.
That's 10 poles. Right, Corey?
That's right.
We had that discussion earlier.
Yeah. Well, I hated when it was when you talk to Coach and he says you got 10 poles, and by the way, over and back is 1. You didn't get over 1, back is 2. You got over and back is 1. Here comes a pitch. Oh, and I we had talked about, or at least I had talked about, did he call that a strike?
No.
Oh, I seen it up on the board. I was like, wait a minute, I thought he called that a ball. I was hoping to see Bugnell and Hagstrom throw, and we got to see them both in this game.
Here they are, yeah, and Hagstrom brought in to try to close this thing out. But man, nothing will surprise me in this game. These are two good teams just battling it out here all the way to the end. Hagstrom's going to have to get out there and get it done, and that's a swing and a miss.
I mean,
Man.
he reared back and let that fastball rip.
He did.
Swung way late, did Feeney, pardon me. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and he's got Clark over at first base. It's a 4-3 lead for Farmington. We're in the top of the 7th. They're going to call it, ring him up. Struck him out looking.
Wow.
We'll get to see the call here in just a minute for you and I, Stephen, anyways.
See, that one, again, looked like it hit the dirt to me because of the shadow right there in front of the plate. But, man, it came across as a strike.
Well, and you got no argument from Feeney.
No.
He just headed towards the dugout, so uh-oh. You got Padilla up to bat. He is 1 for 3. Let's see what Hagstrom has in store for him. Oh, yeah, there it was. The lower half of the strike zone on the inner half of the plate.
Man.
Strike. Again, you know, here's the deal. This umpire's been extremely consistent tonight with his calls. And when we look back at the replay, or we call it the replay, but when we got to watch the replay of the plate, it's been spot on. He has not missed that strike zone, this umpire. On both sides. Oh, no. That's going to push the guy over to second base, and that's not what you wanted to see if you're Farmington, because now a base knock or even a deep shot to right field, he's going to be tagging up and headed to third. And now Durango is in business if it goes down that way.
Yep, they are in scoring position.
Hagstrom working from the stretch now. Fastball.
Wow.
Whew. Man, that kid
He
can
has
throw
a
hard.
live fastball, doesn't he?
And Padilla was nowhere near that fastball.
I'd like to know what the speed on that was.
Hagstrom comes set, guys. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Here's the pitch. Outside. Yep, that was the right call. A little high, too.
Yeah.
So 22 on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Durango has Clark, who got a base hit to lead this inning off at second.
Ooh, stays alive by fouling that one off.
Well, I think that's a good foul off because that was so far inside, thrown so hard. I don't know if Joe gets his glove over there,
Yeah.
and possibly the runner and Clark standing over at third.
Probably bailed Farmington out right there with that foul tip.
2-2 the count here. Let's see what Hagstrom has in store. Blew it right by him.
Man.
3 straight fastballs. Wow.
Man.
I got to stand up for this one here.
So Hagstrom, 2 strikeouts in a row, and now we've got Duncan Walsh coming up for the Demons. Here comes pitch from Hagstrom. Swung on a miss. Another fastball right down Main Street as that is coming in hot. 0-1 the count. Runner on second. 2 outs. Hagstrom trying to get out of this inning. That's probably my windshield as that went over the.
It's a little good for you.
Well, here we go. We got
I know,
another
just
text coming in. Go Scorpions, watching from Durango, Colorado. Thank you guys for the great broadcasting and the great 3 days of baseball. You all rock. Grammy Griego. Well, thank you.
Thank you so
much, Grammy Griego. Albie Bugnell, Wyatt. Oh, here we go. So he throws fastballs, curveballs, and a change. So I was right. It was a changeup. And you could tell that's his dad. And I should have texted back and said, hey, man, you got to tell us. What are you thinking when your son is on the mound and you're the head umpire around here?
Well, I think we have some of Grammy Griego's fans, family right down here in front of us, is who I'm thinking.
This is a big pitch coming, folks. Here it is. Ground ball to second. Here's the throw to first. Way off
Oh,
mark.
no.
And it's going to tie the game as the throw was wide left.
Wow.
A routine ground ball thrown wide left. And Bugnall tried his best to grab it and just stretch as far as he could. It went off the side of his glove, and Durango ties it up at 4.
So is that E4 then? Is that what, or is that E?
Well, I didn't get to see the whole play, unfortunately. Let me see if I see it here.
I thought it was E3 because I thought he should be able to make the play on it.
It was.
But,
I think it is going to be against the first baseman because the ball was not thrown that bad, to be honest with you. And I think what happened was Bugnall just got his feet tied up. He stepped on the bag with his left foot, switched it to the right, and it hit right off the side of his glove. So now Durango ties it up. That's all right, though. We'll see what happens here. Has still 2 outs. Man, that was a beautiful play. I mean, it was set up to close this game out.
and once again, 2 outs.
You called
And it
it.
happens.
You called it.
My goodness. This is crazy.
So no balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Here comes Hagstrom with the pitch. In the dirt. Joe does a great job keeping that in front.
Oh, man, it's just all of a sudden a momentum shift as everything is going Durango's way. Now they have another runner in scoring position. We have 2 outs. The count is 1-1 to number 9, Dawson McGinnis, as he has an opportunity here to get another run up on the board for Durango, and that's going to be a high fly ball. Looks like Bugnall's going to get under it, and he will. So that'll be F3 for out number 3, but not before there was 1 run scored on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and 1 Farmington error, which was a costly error because that kept Durango alive. That's exactly what they needed, and now we will be heading into the bottom of the 7th where the Scorpions need to get a run or we'll be going into extra innings.
I mean, how many times have we seen in 3 days of baseball here routine outs completely destroyed? I mean, just simple routine outs.
Well, we saw it last night with Pueblo West, right?
Yeah.
In the game against Farmington, the second baseman threw it way too hard to the first baseman and ended up going longer than it was supposed to. Of course, in that game, it didn't cost him, but this game, now it's all tied up here in the bottom of the 7th. And man, what an exciting game. I mean,
well, I'm quite shocked that Durango still has Austin Romero on the mound. I'm actually quite blown away by that. This guy's got to be close to 100 pitches.
yeah.
And this game means nothing. I mean, truthfully, you've already seen what he can bring for you. You know he's a big dog starter pitcher for you, and you're going to rack him up to around 100 pitches. And how many games have they played right now? I'm a little surprised by that. That's why I'm up in the booth and not on the field. But he's got to be close to 100, if not over 100.
Well, that when we got it at the beginning of last inning, we were at 88, right? That's what
80.
or 80 pitches. So, yeah, you're right. He's got to be getting close to 100, so or right around there somewhere.
Yeah, he's close.
But we'll have 2, 3, and 4 coming up for the Scorpions. That's Declan Madison, Danny Hagstrom, and Darnell Joe.
Well, excellent part of your lineup coming up. If you're going to get something done to come back and walk this game off,
Third baseman, number 5.
I can't imagine they'll keep this game going after this. Like I said, it's an exhibition game almost, for the lack of a better term. Exhibition.
Yeah, they might just give Farmington their last bats and call it good, but, man, it's been a fantastic game. Oh, and that's hit right back at Romero. Second baseman's going to scoop it up. Oh, and he got it. He took it off the hop. That was a great snag off the dirt by McGinnis. Holy cow. I was looking at the fence over here to see where the ball was at. And that will be 4-3 Out number one.
Here's Danny Hagstrom at the plate. Bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch is down low for ball one. Well, nonetheless, regardless of what's happened in this game, it has been an amazing baseball game to watch and an amazing baseball game to call. You know, sometimes you get frustrated with certain plays, you know, and I'm certain that players and fans out there are probably feel the same way, but I guarantee you their hearts are in their stomach right now. They're sitting on the edge of their seats like we are. I can't even sit down right now. I'm standing up for the majority part of this game, and it was as advertised. You know, I had even said this was going to be a fantastic game. A lot of people looking forward to this game, and especially myself. It did not let us down.
No, it did not. This is a great game between two great teams, and, you know, we kind of expected something like this. I mean, golly, it has just been back and forth, and we hadn't seen any runs for a while. And then Durango pulls it out right here in the 7th inning. Let's see, like there was no runs scored since the 4th inning for Durango and since the 3rd inning for Farmington. And then we get here into the top of the 7th, and Durango pulls off a big run coming across the plate to tie it up.
Hagstrom still trying to give his team a chance. Ground ball to third. This is a tough play. Oh.
Foul ball.
Foul ball, yep. And if you're a Durango Demon fan, you are appreciative of the foul ball because Hagstrom's getting to first base easily if it doesn't go foul. So still count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And man, I would love for somebody to text me how many pitches this kid is at because,
Get
again,
your sister-in-law on that, Corey.
I am blown away that he is still on the mound for Durango. I mean, I understand you want to try to come away with the win, but this game means nothing. I mean, it's an exhibition game. There's a shot to third, and that is a base hit. That just went right over the top of the glove of Padilla. And Padilla did the best job he could, but that was smoked out to left field.
The catcher, number 3.
So next up, Darnell Joe.
Joe.
And he got on an error, and then he flew out and grounded out, but it looks like he might be due. So let's see what Darnell Joe can come up with here. He's a big-time player for these Scorpions.
Well, this catcher for Durango, he's got a big-time arm, too, behind the plate. I've been watching him through this entire game, throwing down to second, and he has got a cannon for an arm.
Yeah, he had that one missed throw, but it got out there quick. Oh, and Darnell Joe.
That's a good piece of hitting, although it just was foul.
Ooh. Yeah, it's probably scary for Durango because he's coming close to hitting that thing right over the third base bag, and that's dangerous.
93 pitches for Romero.
93, so he's touching 100. Close.
Thank you, Megan.
Oh, I thought he was going to call a strike. He calls ball 1. He does that thing with his hand. It looks like he's fixing to call a strike, so that'll be 1-2 the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, where we have an interesting situation as it just got tied up, and Darnell Joe right up the middle.
Through. He's going to go to third.
Oh, yeah, he's going to third, all right, because that kid is fast. And that's going to send Darnell Joe over to second. So 1 out, now runners on second and third. And what did I tell you? Darnell Joe comes through right when his team needs it the most. And that will be, is that considered a double or a single? And just a single. Okay, that's what I thought. So single, the base hit for Darnell Joe, then he'll go to second on the throw to third. But Hagstrom now standing over on third base. And man, this game couldn't be more interesting. And is Romero telling him he needs to come out?
I have no idea.
I don't know what he's saying. he was trying to talk to the coaches. So
He's at 95 now. What did you tell us, Corey? He was at 93?
97 on the Darnell hit. So
Okay, so he's at 97 pitches. Big hooking.
oh, Hagstrom wanted to go.
he's super aggressive over there at third.
Yes.
Don't run into an out though.
Well, Wyatt, he's got a big opportunity here. That's 98 pitches now, and I think the cutoff, I really believe, is 120.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So if the coach for Durango wanted to push him to close to well over 100, he could. There's a shot right at the first baseman, and that was a line drive.
If you're Durango, your heart sinks right there because that looked like it was going to go out into right field, but great job by McGinnis once again as he makes the F3 out number 2. So here we are, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Eli Edmiston up to the plate, and let's see if he can come up with the walk-off hit here. It's on the outside corner, strike 1.
You know what's wild about Edmiston? He never looks like he panics, ever.
No.
Ever. His body language is always the same. 0-1 the count. Here comes a pitch.
There it is. There it is. Eli Edmiston comes up big. What a game. Holy cow. Eli Edmiston.
Walk off RBI. But listen, you have got to tip your hat to Austin Romero. I mean, he did an amazing. I am completely blown away. They left him in there that long.
Yes.
That's why I'm up here and not down there. I don't agree with that at all, leaving him in there that long in such a short season. But the coach felt it was proper and right, and he threw a great game. I mean, that kid really showed some guts for Durango. And Durango's future, I mean, they look pretty good. Hey, they're going to be in the Aztec tournament next week. But Farmington walks him off.
Wow. Yeah, we couldn't have asked for a more fun game for the last game of the Scorpion Invite. As the Scorpions will have the walk-off 5-4 win against the Durango Demons. Man, that was amazing. And
well, we'll give our Desert Sports Live player as well as play of the game to number 17, Eli Edmiston, to walk it off.
Yes.
And a great job, great team effort for Farmington and Durango as well. Tip your hats to both of them. Hey, we're going to close it out, man. We want to get home. It's been a long day.
Yes.
But thank you all so much
everyone.
for tuning in and talking with us and sending your messages in and all the kind words and support. Man, it means the world to us.
That's right. Thank you, City of Farmington. Thank you, Farmington Schools. Thank you to Farmington Scorpions Booster Club. And just everybody, thank you, Corey, for coming and helping us with production. And for all three of us, Corey Kitchen, Stephen Parks, Albert Velarde, we are out. Good night. Thank you.
God bless and safe travels home for Durango and their fans as well as Farmington. Thanks for tuning in, guys.